they have to do this to us, man. For 200, they had to come out and make us talk about this on our 200th episode.
On 200, hey, the sun is always out for 200, baby. Block the clouds. Let's go.
Okay, well, I have zero idea what's going on with our intro video, but it does not want to play.
200.
It said 200.
Shenanigans have begun already. Let's get to it.
What, man? What a way! So we've been gone for like 2 weeks, and we come back and we got that to deal with. Well, sort of, but hey, man, we appreciate y'all coming by tonight. Welcome in back to the show. It is episode 200. We've done 200 of these things. I can't even believe it, dude. It's like
200, man.
It's wild. It's wild. I'm still pissed the intro didn't go. That's I love our video. Speaking of good intros, freaking Bolt Bros, man. Shout out to the Bolt Bros. We went on with their show.
Bolt Bros!
Watched the video last week or whatever, previewing the Chargers game. We were on. They use Streamlabs, so we weren't able to do the cross whatever show. But if we did post a video, if you want to go back and watch it, great guys, man. Love those dudes to death. Unfortunately, they got the best of us again. They're 2-0 against us since we started this whole podcast. But
man, we talked shit the whole game. We was all on the same group, and we went back and forth all game, and we had a great show with those. It's like my favorite show to do is the ones with the Bolt Bros. So we had a blast with them on Saturday, John. Saturday,
yep.
Saturday. So if you have the chance, if you got time during your holiday week, you might want to go past it. It was just a good time. It's always fun with those guys. They are entertaining.
Yeah, that was fun. And their intro video was fucking legit.
Oh, man,
they got to do rapping on the video.
Yeah.
I don't know who that is rapping. We got to get them, though. We got to get them to do
rap them a specific song.
Yes.
James caught a pass. I thought it was insane. A bad pass. It was hilarious. It was. Shout out to the Bolt Bros, man. I love those. Man. Those are my brothers.
Yeah, man. But anyway, like I said, welcome in y'all to the and look, if y'all are new to the show, welcome in. Hope y'all like it, enjoy it, stick around. We are we've been coming to y'all for a few years now. We're doing once a week now. We were doing twice a week. We may go back to twice a week next year if we stick around. That's what we're debating on. We talked about it in previous shows. If y'all heard it or not, we're going to see how this season plays out, decide whether or not we're going to keep going, because I don't know what's up with YouTube. We've kind of plateaued on YouTube. We want to talk about listenership, though. We have our Spotify wrap today, buddy. So we have some of our numbers for our audio platforms, and it's going to few might surprise you. It surprised me. Okay. Yeah, but anyway, if y'all are here, man, like the video, subscribe. We much appreciate y'all being here, watching, and checking this out. We do have merch, and we're going to have a sale on the merch leading up to Christmas. We'll try to get that going next week. So we'll put that link. It's always in the description of the videos. If y'all ever want to see the merch, just go right there, and I'll scroll it along the bottom of the screen here in a little while too. You can email us atlfalconfancast@gmail.com. Anything about the team, anything in general. We know we go off the rails, talk about different stuff all the time. So if y'all want to, whatever you want to email, man, we're down. Just shoot it over to us. Yeah, and that's it, man. Thanksgiving, buddy. How was yours?
Oh, well, I didn't really have one because I went too far on the Tuesday prior to Thanksgiving.
Yes, you did.
I've been, I was like sick for almost a week because of how I stuffed myself. I mean, y'all, but that Monday and Tuesday, your boy was in heaven. A ring pop, okay, eggnog, your waffles, fruity peppers, pancakes, cranberry bliss bars. Had about 6 of them. Skittles, Nerds, Starburst candy canes. Oh man. And I thought to myself, my stomach has healed itself. I'm not having any issues. And then Wednesday came, and on Saturday and on Sunday, I actually thought I could be dying. I thought I was dying Sunday morning. When I got up, I almost called the ambulance. I said, man, I might be dying. It was that bad. And I had to go to the hospital. I had to go to the doctor for that. And luckily, he gave me some stuff that opened floodgates to heaven, if you know what I mean. All the food came out. My stomach, it went back to normal, and I have to be more disciplined than that. But damn it, the holiday food is just the best, buddy. But I know I didn't eat anything on Thursday because my stomach was bloated and full. I was in pain. So I did not eat anything.
Yeah, when you texted me that, and I was like, man, what did you eat? But you didn't really say what you ate. And then after you went to the you texted me what you ate, and I was like, well, shit. If you'd have told me that, I would have definitely told
you. Explainable.
You
Yeah.
had every form of sugar possible
Oh,
in about
and
48 hour
bro,
span.
my stomach does not process sugar. It just doesn't. If I eat a snack, it does. It's don't. Something is up with my stomach. It doesn't process sugar. So I should eat those in small amounts. And the way I was eating was like it was my last day on earth, and I was going for it. But it was so I was that loud, man. I love eggnog. Oh, I love eggnog, man. It just do something to my stomach. And the cranberry bliss bars and
Yeah, those can't be beat. Those are sweet.
oh yeah.
Those are sweet. I told you, man. She had she has the recipe. She's gonna make some.
Man, I couldn't. I was thinking of that. I said I should ask her to make me a pot. Then I'm like, you know what? I just got through this. Let me not do that. Mighty said, "My guys, I'm the guy from the Balt Bros podcast. Y'all gonna jump in the parking lot." He said, "I damn near did have to say how much I was screaming. I love you, buddy. Thanks
I
for
bet,
coming,
man.
Mighty.
I bet, yeah. Yeah, man. Appreciate you coming by, dude.
Yeah, we had a blast for him on the podcast.
Yeah, all of them, man. Well, that's the thing, man. Like all the Chargers fans are cool, man. We didn't
All
have,
of them are cool, dog.
yeah, we don't,
That's
yeah,
the best fan base.
we love doing the show with them because we don't get yelled at and made fun of like some other fan bases do too.
Mhm.
So it's like, but yeah, man. So yeah, ours was good. We just, I worked out Thursday morning, so you feel a little bit better about eating. And
Dog, I just saw the picture. I'm like, Johnny Yates, dog, you need to be on the Falcons. I just was scrolling. I don't even know what I was on. It had to be Instagram or something. I looked. I said, Dad, Johnny Yates should play linebacker. If like Landman and Troy get hurt again, I'm throwing John in. I'm telling you.
My knees are better than both those guys. I know that for a fact.
I'm telling
Everything
you.
else may not be. My knees are better, damn it.
What you weigh, John? Like, what did you weigh? Right
210,
now.
210.
What's like the biggest you ever been?
225-ish when I was about 26 years old.
Yeah.
And that was more like fluffy too. Like, I mean, not like I wasn't fat, but I was just like I was powerlifting. I was going through a little powerlifting phase, and that's when we lived in Vegas. So it was it was a lot different. I was eating just an insane amount of food. Like I could never eat that amount of food again.
John expands like the sleeves on his shirts like I could only dream to be. I'm gonna get that one. I'm gonna give me some steroids, and I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna stretch that sleeve out. But his sleeves, they all stretch like to a stupid. It's crazy.
Well, it's just because the muscle never goes away. It just it just has to get woken up every now and then.
There you go.
That's it. So, but I get a little workout in. Then we ate a lot, and I kept eating for a solid couple of days. So yeah, I'm trying to work that back off again. But it was good, man. It was great. We just had it was short. It was small, just close family and everything, and had a good time. But and then of course Sunday rolls around, and we're excited about the game and. Man, did that go? No, it was so like, I mean, we're going to get into the entire game. We're going to talk about the whole thing, but let's talk about, in fact, first of all, man, just looking at the stats of this game, it is hilarious that we lost this game. I mean, Falcons 24 first downs, Chargers 10. We had 350 yards, so they're 187. We were both horrendous on third down. We were 3 for 14. They were 3 for 11. We were 116 rushing to their 56. We held the ball for over 11 minutes more than they did, and we still lost the damn game because mainly of those 4 damn interceptions that came in like just terrible times, like terrible times.
You can't throw for a second win.
No, not at all, man. And actually, it was in the second half was even worse because we ran 50 plays to their 17. How do you lose a game like that, dude? It's crazy, man. But let me back up before I wanted to get into Spotify stuff, into the audio stuff.
Hold on, John, for 1 second. Gotta show you this because I'm.
Oh, Mike froze.
Okay, I'm a tough man. Okay.
There we go. Or not. Mike froze again. Man, Mike keeps frozen. Like he froze during the Chargers podcast too. There we go. There you good. You good now?
Am I back, John?
You great. Yeah, you good.
Okay. I have a neighbor. Okay, he's 9 years old. Okay, he's 9 years old. This is my guy. Okay, I buy him toys from time to time. Cool little guy. Okay, this boy spent his allowance on this. Okay, he went and got. I saw him in the hallway and said, "Merry Christmas." And I was like, "Oh, thank you." And then he was with his mom, and she was like, "He went to the store and he wanted to spend his own money. And you could have, I almost cried when he did it to me. I didn't know what to say. Oh, buddy, thank you. A Falcons coffee cup. I have never had one of these. So just shout out to my guy, man. Merry Christmas to everybody. That was a great gift. Man. And a kid went in the store and bought me some. I just thought that was really cool. And my other neighbor, I gotta tell y'all this story real quick. I had a neighbor knock on my door. It's a girl that never crossed the hall. She never spoke to me a day in her life. I don't know why. I speak to her sometimes and she acts scared of me. She knocked on my door. She always speak, but it'd be like I'm speaking her. She knocked on my door the same day he did with the gift and had her like number on a piece of paper and was like, yeah, you should call me. She lived right across. I've been here for almost 2 years. She never say nothing to me. So knocked on my door just randomly with her number and was like, I said, I'm getting home run, Johnny. Yes, I'm on fire. Life is good. Buddy, Merry Christmas. I love December because everybody in a good mood. It's just turning out good for me.
You can gifts from neighbors and numbers from women is fantastic.
And just numbers from random. Hey, man. I said, I'll take it. We'll see what happens. But yeah, somebody said, yeah, no problem. Y'all love y'all's content as well. Thank you, buddy. I live in Atlanta. There we go. Chargers fan in Atlanta. So I'm half Falcons fan anyway. So we got to split that jersey. He said I was a Michael Turner fan, and when he left us to go to y'all became a number 2.
There you go.
I love that. Mighty. Man, we love to have you, buddy. Watch both of the podcasts now. So you owe us. Stick with us, buddy. And watch the bros too. Jones Bones said, what up, fellas? Happy 200. Can't believe it's been this long, but fantastic job from
appreciate that, buddy.
It's only been 2 years, but we did 200 in 2 years. And that's really damn cool.
Started the fall of 21, so 3 actually.
3 years. So no, 3 seasons.
3, yeah.
3 seasons, but
3 seasons, yeah. I got you. Yeah. And make sure if y'all are on Twitter, man, follow or X, whatever. Follow Jones Bones, man. He puts out fantastic content.
Man.
And we'll keep you level headed when it comes to the Falcons. He keeps me. He tries to keep me level headed. Like I'll get off the rails sometimes, but just very, very intelligent dude, knows his shit. Just like Aaron does, Freeman, like and I listen to Locked On to try to stay a little bit, even keel. So it helps out.
Shout out to Freeman and Jones Bones.
That's right, man. So yeah, real quick, back to our listenership. So overall, buddy, we gained. So this is for all you folks that listen to us on Spotify, iTunes, wherever. Gained 15% listenership overall, 60% increase in followers, 59% increase in new listeners this year. Listened to us in 13 different countries. We were the top podcast for 10 different people. So look, if we were the top podcast for you and you have a social media account, tag us, post that, that Spotify Wrapped if you know how to access it, with us being your top podcast, and we'll shoot you a shirt. We'll send you a shirt. So just do that. And it doesn't matter if it's Twitter, or Instagram, TikTok, whatever. Just post it and share it, and we'll send you a t-shirt. We were the top 10 show for 96 fans, top 5 show for 52. We had a 4.9 rating. Would be a 5, except for one dude. Apparently, we must have pissed off, and he gave us a 1. Other than that, everybody else is 5.
Did he write something? Please read that.
I would have loved to have read it if he'd have wrote something. No, it was just somebody just kept 1 star like an asshole. And then this is the hilarious thing. We grew 114% with the 55 and older crowd.
Oh, come on, man. The free pancakes and crowd. What are we doing wrong, Johnny H? We going in the wrong direction.
That blew me away. I mean, we grew like with every age group, and like our biggest age group is the 35 to 44, which makes sense. I mean, that's where we're at, right? Yeah, that blew me away. But hey, thank you. I don't care. Thank y'all. But it's just funny because like Mike's whole intention when we started the TikTok was to get the younger crowd.
Man, I told John, I said, man, just watch. I'm gonna get all the teenagers and 20. I can get everything. Just watch this. And then when he told me, you know who we grew with the most was the elderly. I was like, come on.
They're not elderly. 55.
Well, not like elderly, but I don't mean to insult.
We're going to get more 1 stars.
Yeah, we're about to get 100 more 1 stars now because I just said that. But no, like the top group. That's what I was saying. The top group, the oldest group. I don't know how that happened, but I just, man, thank y'all. I don't care how you find the show. I don't care how you listen to it. It's some people who don't watch it. It's some people who just play it on Spotify, which I don't even have, so I don't know how that works. It's some people who can play it on iTunes. It's some people who play it through Twitter. It's some people who play it through YouTube. So I just want to say I appreciate it. I don't care how you consume it, but thank you. for
Yeah,
200.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, just want to get that out of the way. So yeah, but I much appreciate y'all for still listening, because it was weird. Like when we transitioned to YouTube, it was like we wanted to keep it still listenable, if that makes sense, because it's
Uh-huh.
different when you're doing a show where you're trying to, you have chat and that's involved, and you're trying to make it work both ways. It's not the easiest thing in the world. So we were trying to, but we didn't want to cut out half of that,
Yeah.
that followers either. So it's like trying to keep it both going, but it's been good, man. We appreciate y'all. But
So John, can you explain what they should do again? Because I don't even understand. I don't have Spotify. So you said
yeah, so Spotify puts out a Wrapped every year, man. So it's like it shows you kind of like, for us, like for me, like it shows me my top 10 artists or my top 5 artists, like the song I listened to, all that stuff. So for our podcast, it shows whoever listened to us the most, all that stuff. So if y'all, so yeah, again, if we were your top podcast, and there's supposedly 10 of them. So if we were your top podcast, just post it on any social media, tag us, and we'll send you a t-shirt, and that's it. And Mike still froze as hell again. Let's see. We'll take him out, add him back. And yeah, he still froze. All right. So anyway, I'm going to get into this game while he's going to be back in a second. And I don't know what's up with, I don't know. It's just weird. 200 is like freaking us out tonight. Something's going on. There he is. So did you know that, Mike?
No, I didn't.
All right. Well, anyway, I just told him what to do again. So
as long as they did, yeah.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah. So anyway, all right. So back to the game. Oh, wait, hang on. Keith said, happy holidays and nice to meet you, Mike.
Keith, nice to meet you too, buddy. I have no idea who you are, but nice to meet you.
At the game, right? I'm guessing.
Yeah. My man,
Maybe.
Keith. Thank you for coming, Keith. RC Cola. What up, fellas? Congrats on 200. Keep it rolling. Thank you, buddy. Thank you for coming. At Dallas game. Usher. Oh, my man Keith. Yeah, Keith spoke to me. It was nice to meet you, Keith. I know exactly who you are now. That's my guy. He saw me at the Dallas game and spoke to me. Thank you for coming, Keith. Dope.
Yeah, man. Absolutely, dude. All right, man. So let's get into this shitty game. All right. So we talked about just essentially like how in the hell did we lose this? We obviously know the interceptions. But let's talk about something good first. The freaking defense, dude. Like we went in, this was the exact opposite of what I was expecting coming out of the break. Like I thought, like going into the bye week, I was like, okay, I hope they make these changes, but I really didn't have any I don't know, any really confidence that they were going to. The offense, I was like, we all need just to tweak some things, because, it's not been great the last couple of games. Obviously, you can get destroyed by the Broncos. The Saints game was it's just, but it was a lot of, Kirk not playing that great. Play calling was still okay for the most part, but, make a few changes here, there, and still not a huge, the big issue. The biggest issue was the defense. Man, the defense came out balling, dude, 5 sacks. I mean, playing so much more man pressure, man, or playing much more man coverage. Listening to Aaron, today, he's talking about 39% press coverage, which is a lot more than we've done this whole season. We blitzed 10 times, which is more than we've done this season. And we were getting home on these blitzes. Like they were mixing up some of the, I mean, they weren't just, it wasn't, we were confusing Herbert a little bit. We would drop guys, we'd show, we'd do some simulated pressures, all this stuff that was working that I'm glad he finally pulled out. Now, it may not work that well against the Vikings, because if y'all remember, we played the Vikings last year, and that's similar to how Nielsen played, right? With that kind of really aggressive press type of defense. And Josh Dobbs dropped 31 on us. Yeah. So I'm not sure that we want to pull that same defense again, but at least the guys up front, man, to keep playing like they were playing and getting that pressure on the quarterback. We haven't seen that. I mean, we've seen the pressures. We just haven't seen him get them on the ground. Ebiketie had 2 sacks. I mean, Grady should have had half of one at least, but they gave Caden the entire sack. Him and Caden combined on one. Onyemata had one. So it's just been it was just fantastic to see. And we allowed 9 points, I believe it was, on offense. Like the defense allowed. Who? Yeah, Clark. Yeah. I mean, Mike Hughes was out again, and those guys just stepped up, man, and played a hell of a game. And it's like, of course, they'd play the best game of the season, and the offense, where Kirk would literally shit his pants, and we would, lose this game. So it was unreal, man, to see. I mean, the bad really, I mean, it starts with Kirk. Like I tweeted out, like on Twitter, like I hate like ever assigning blame to a player when it comes to like games, because it truly is, truly is a team sport. Like, it's like if there's plays happen all the time that, if something goes a different way, offense, defense, special teams. So it's never just one player. Well, this time it was pretty much one player, except, I mean, Koo misses a chip shot again to start the game, 35-yarder. In today's NFL, that's a chip shot. We got guys nailing it from 60 plus, and it seems like everybody hits their field goals against us. You notice that? Like nobody misses. Everybody hits their fucking field goals.
The kicker was balling against us. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Dicker the kicker was tearing it up. So anyway, Koo misses that field goal, which at the end of the game, obviously that makes it a little bit different. Maybe we're not
for a touchdown.
Yeah, we have to score, exactly. So, that was the biggest frustrating thing, man, was just watching that go down. And what were you were you thinking like he's going to pull Kirk at some point, or no? Were you just
no,
like, hey, he's going to keep the ball game?
No, because I even was like, he's like a veteran. So when he screw up, I was like, he ain't gonna do that again. And then twice, I'm thinking, damn, that was wild, but he won't do that again. He gonna get 3 times. I'm still thinking he won't do that again. When he did 4, I was thinking like he has to sink with the boat. Like it shouldn't. I don't want you to put him into it and tell him to fix it. I want you to play this out. And I'm like you. I don't like to stick it on a guy. But when you throw 4 picks, it was you. Like your field goals. If you like missed 3 or 4 field goals, it was you. Though. Like if you do a few things, it was you. So man, we lost that game because of Kirk Cousins. It was Kirk who lost us that game. He did, and that pick he threw, and like the back of the end zone was I don't even know what Kirk saw. It was like 5 Chargers and it was 2 Falcons, and he lobbed it like the man was wide open. Like he didn't even dart it. He just lobbed it like the man was wide open, running into the end zone, and he just could have slid. He could have kept running. He had somebody open. I don't know what Kurt was thinking. I have no idea. But he made me so mad on Sunday. Like I ripped him. I ripped him when I was on the text to my brother. I was like, man, this dude is an idiot. I hate him.
Well, it sucked because I was behind y'all on the tech. My game was like a little bit behind you guys. So so we would text. We were, like I said, we were texting with the Bolt Bros the entire game. But like all of a sudden, if we were on offense, and I would hear it like buzz like 7 times, I'm like, oh shit! Like I knew it was something bad. Every time, like there's no way. But yeah, that play you're talking about.
Oh man!
Like I watched the game back, right? And it was painful. It was great. It was fun to watch on defense. I mean, really fun. The offense was just bad. So yeah, props to the defense, man. Great job, Jimmy Lake. Great job. Now duplicate that next week. Do whatever changes you got to do, but we're gonna have to get after Sam Darnold anyway. So that play, man, it looks so he's scrambling, and it looks like he sees Bijan it looks like he looks at him. But like actually, Jones and I were talking about it on Twitter. He probably had already had his mind made up. He's about to toss it. So maybe it was too late for him to just. Yeah. Bijan walks in for a score if he just flips it to him, because he's literally coming up. And one thing Jones said too, like he has you hate it when the check down is on the quarterback's backside. Like if he's in front, he sees him. You know what I mean? Like he sees him immediately. It's not even a question. Like, but he was coming around the left side and then was kind of like then gets into his sight. But like I said, it's tough to say, man. Kirk is the only one who knows exactly what he saw on that one. Yeah, but you've got basically Drake and Mooney both in the same spot in the end zone. Drake's underneath, Mooney's over the top. I don't know if he's lofting it to Mooney. I don't know if he's lofting it to Drake. I have no idea. If he's lofting it to Drake, he overthrew the shit out of that. Mooney doesn't make any even sense because the guy's in front of him. If he throws it short and doesn't loft it, he can get Drake. And also Kyle Pitts is open on that play as well. So there's multiple things, man. And then I think, what was it? The first one, he double pumps Drake. If he doesn't double pump, the ball still maybe gets batted down, but doesn't get picked. I don't think it gets picked. Drake maybe catches it.
Get out them throws. He was just staring right at I was like, bro, this looked like Desmond Ritter.
Dude, and the first one to Mooney right there, close to the end zone, he throws it at his feet. If he hits him, that's a touchdown.
Yep. Man, he did that 2 or 3 times in this game where he threw a bad pass to somebody that was wide open. He threw it at their feet. And I just looked like, man, Savion was saying when this first started, he thought his arm was cooked. And he looked like his arm was cooked again. Like, bro, he is open. Like, you can't just get him the ball. And he didn't look like he had anything left on his arm.
And so that kind of brings in Zach Robinson into the conversation too. So Zach, we haven't really been mostly happy with this year. Like, it's his
Yeah,
first year playing calling
it's his
plays,
first
so,
year. I
like,
think yeah.
I expect him to make some mistakes here or there.
Mhm,
Obviously, that first game was a disaster. He obviously
mhm.
made a lot of changes then. The one thing I can't stand, and a lot of folks I think have talked about it, but, we just keep running this outside zone all year long, and it doesn't
Yeah,
necessarily work, right? It doesn't work. I mean, it works sometimes, but it's just when that's all you do, you're pretty easy to prepare for, right? And
yeah.
like Aaron said on the show today as well, in this game alone, we ran 11 personnel 89% of the time.
Can't do that
Like
against nobody.
three and look, like in the jet sweeps, people were pissed off about jet sweeps, and yeah, it doesn't make a ton of sense, but like I don't even hate it, but it's who you have out there. You had Ray McLeod blocking like on a jet sweep, and you're trying to block Derwin James, who he's given up probably, I don't know, 40 pounds to. Uh,
Mhm.
there's no way. There's just no way. Like that, like don't like I said, we've said this before. We said it all the time with Arthur Smith. And now it's like, dude, don't overthink this shit. Put players in positions that they should be good at.
Mhm.
Like, don't have a 5'9", 180-pound receiver trying to be your lead blocker in a play like
Yep.
that.
Yep.
Like, this common
Common
sense, man.
sense. No, and by all means, we're the only team in the history of this sport to draft a decoy, to draft like a unicorn decoy in the first round. Yes, he's the biggest decoy that the league has ever seen. Oh, he's a unicorn. He might go for 4 touchdowns. He might do this. Dog, he's gonna be the biggest bust the league has ever seen. And it's not his fault. I don't mean he trash. I don't mean he can't do it. I mean, we don't even use Kyle Pitts. He's just on the field. He's just on the field. We don't use Kyle Pitts for nothing. He's not used at all. Man, Matt Ryan was the last person to use Kyle Pitts. He had one good game after that. And Kyle Pitts is I know he don't want to play here no more. I know he don't want to play with us no more. We have no use for him, and we don't make use of him. For all of his skill set, we don't use Kyle Pitts whatsoever. He's on the field. A vicious decoy. I hate it.
No, we've talked about it all year. It's like if in that Rams offense, Tyler Higbee wasn't like a featured,
Yeah.
player.
Yep.
So it's kind of similar here. Like he's not like he's catch a ball every now and then, but he's not like
Right
nothing's
now.
being drawn up specifically for Kyle. If it is, he's sure as hell not going to him.
And you would think it would be specific for the unicorn. It would be special plays for him, like he was the Chiefs guy. You think he would be like a huge part of that, but he don't even. He's a non-factor in every game, though. He's just on the field.
Yeah, they're not on the same page. You can tell that.
No,
they're not.
never.
They don't have the. So it's like, to me, at this point, I mean, he's here. We've already picked up his 5th-year option, but to me, there's no point. Like it's a waste. So if you can find a trade partner, go get a defensive piece. Go get another draft pick, because we only have 4 in this coming draft. Might as well,
and I just want, man, please, I want y'all to hear me. I'm not saying because he's sorry or he's a bust.
No, he's just not being used.
I'm saying if we are not planning on using him, then trade him and get somebody on the defense. Just what John said. If you're not going to use him, he probably got a good trade value. Because like another team, he'll be a superstar. And I don't even want to see that. He's going to go somewhere else and be the best tight end in the NFL.
Yeah.
So I don't have no idea why we don't even use him for anything. He just on the field every game. He don't even get targeted. He didn't even, how many targets he had in that game? 1 or 2. Like
maybe 2.
And like the first half, I don't think he had a target.
Because he had the one where he stopped on the route. You know what I mean? And he threw it in front of him. Let me see if I can find it.
Man, Kyle don't seem like he want to play either. The way
targets.
He seems like sometimes, like he just real big and he was real tall, and he just like, dog, you should play football, because he'd be over there like nonchalant. And I think he just had a kid. I don't think Kyle cared nothing about football. He just be chilling.
I mean, well, he had 2 targets, no catches, of course.
Unacceptable, bro.
Freaking Drake had 16 targets, 9 catches. That's crazy. Which I get. You want to get your guy involved, and he did take a lot of responsibility for it too. Like he said it after the game. He said that he was more pissed at himself than he was, at Kirk. Which, hey, I appreciate that and all, but like, come on, man. Like, You know, I mean, and he should have really, that last throw at the end there. I mean, like he should not throw
Mhm,
the interception, but the one prior to that was in it. Like
mhm.
should have caught that one. Like that one, yeah, he
Drake
should have caught. It. But
is like such a gangster. He feel like if his hand touched it, he should have caught it. He don't care
yeah,
if it was a guy on his arm because
yeah,
it was some ones that he dropped. But it's like, all right, dog, it's cool because it was somebody right here wrestling with you.
yeah,
But he feel in his mind like, man, I should have pushed him off and caught that. He a
yeah,
gangster, man.
yeah. And I mean, to me, like, and it's happened in the Broncos. And I've talked about it before, but like, it seems like we go away from the running game a little bit too quickly.
Mhm.
Like we're forcing Kirk to throw outside the numbers or deep or trying to get these explosive plays. That's not Kirk's game, man. Like Kirk doesn't have a strong arm, like that strong of an arm. We know that. So don't make the hardest throw for a quarterback to make, any quarterback, is that deep out.
Mhm. I was
Because you've
just getting
got
ready to say, yeah.
yeah, and I mean, and not I mean, his interceptions this week, I mean, the one
Mhm.
to Drake, first one was to the outside on the left. To
Mhm.
Darnell, outside on the right. That never should have been thrown either. Like
Yeah.
Darnell settled on the route, looked like he Drake and Kirk thought he was going to keep going, and he
Mhm.
didn't. And so, but then either way, that ball should never. Even I mean, nobody was open there. Like he shouldn't have
Mhm.
thrown it. Like he said, I think he should have waited for Drake to open up there because he would have been open. The one you're talking about, that was across the middle, but that was just
Oh,
stupid. That made
yeah.
no sense whatsoever. And then at the one at the very end, Drake just falls down and
Mhm.
Derwin catches it. So like that was nothing you could do about that. But
Um,
so I mean, if go ahead.
no, no. Yeah, I believe I'm not that. I believe it was like the was 98 Denver Broncos. Before Matt Ryan came along, my favorite quarterback was named John Elway. This man got a horse head. His head is huge, okay? But John Elway was the toughest, just most, and you was in the game. It was the same as Matt Ryan. It didn't matter how money you was down. John Elway was gonna bring you back. And I believe it was like 98. He was older and they had Terrell Davis, I believe. And that is what I want to see our
Beast.
offense do. You got the running back, so John he didn't have to do too much, and he won a Super Bowl. I believe that was 90. I'm not sure, but he
Yeah,
won
we
the
played him
Super
in
Bowl.
'99. Yeah,
Yeah, or something like yeah,
we
and
played him in '99, and they beat the shit out of
yeah,
us.
yeah. So he was and they were really good because John, it was his team the whole time, and he was great. John Elway was a great quarterback, but he couldn't win it all. And then when he got older, but they put like some running, and they just told him he could do the minimum. He just don't turn it over, and they won the Super Bowl. And that's what I would want to see us do is run that offense where we running and we asking him to do small things because he's older now and that arm just don't got the same zip on it. I'm sorry,
No,
it doesn't.
that and the mobility factor. Like
Yeah.
you can't run this offense. I mean, and I know like a lot's been talked about him being in pistol and it not being to his strength and
Mhm.
not doing enough play. Which I agree. We haven't done enough play action,
Not at
and
all.
but even like when we do, sometimes it just seems like he's not getting around quick enough. Like there's
Mhm.
always something that goes wrong. But I just feel like he doesn't it. I mean, like just these last 3 weeks, man. These last 3 weeks have been bad,
Yeah,
like
it
bad.
has. It has.
Um, and you would think coming off of the bye, like
Mhm.
and he even said, like now, I mean, kudos to him. He was like, no, I feel great. Like I feel as good as I felt all year long. It's like, well, I mean, damn, that sucks. But I was hoping you'd say like my arm's a little bit
Bro,
tired and something.
hoping you was hurt. Cause
Yeah,
if you feel great and you shit the bed for 3 straight weeks, bro, I need you to feel bad again. Cause I remember that time he came out bombing. I think he was saying I'm kind of, but I just expect y'all. We paid him too much money, dog. And whenever he shit the bed, I just be thinking of the money,
yeah,
and I'd be like, why would we have paid him that money? And we the only team in the league who's ponying up that money. It's like, man, every other team's like, nah, I don't think he
yeah.
worth that. But the Falcons was like, you just give him the whole bag of money. And so whenever he struggles, I just be thinking of that bag of money he got from us.
Yeah, and you got to hope that he's going to start this week against the Vikings.
Mhm.
Which no surprise because I'm
Mhm.
not. I understand you don't want to put a rookie out there against Brian Flores' defense. Um,
Yeah.
makes total sense. I mean, those
Yeah.
guys. I mean, I mean they zero blitz more than anybody in the league.
Mhm.
They fake the zero blitz. And they do a lot of different things on defense that could confuse a young quarterback. Not to mention Kirk's been in Minnesota and practiced against that defense. So like
Mm-hmm.
he's going to be more aware and, more used to what he's going to see.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I mean, to me, like you still have to me, it still has to be like kind of short leash type of thing. And Matt Ryan even said it. Matt Ryan said if Kirk has a bad game, you got to go to Penix.
Matty, hey, I don't go against
So,
Matty.
because you have to think long term. Then like
Yeah.
what are you doing? So, but then you have the playoff picture that comes in, which we're going to talk about too. Like this is sounding, it gets so similar, dude, to the whole Mariota
So did
Ritter
Nina
thing.
Khan. She said the same thing.
Yeah, I
Damn.
mean, it's so similar. Like it
Yeah.
sucks because it's not a good position to be in.
Mhm.
Because you want to give Kirk benefit of the doubt. Like, okay, that was a terrible game, dude. Like that was terrible.
Mhm.
We know that's not you, but you got to come back and play better. Like period.
Mhm.
Because now we've blown games that we should have had the Saints game, no doubt. Right? We played with a better team. We should have won that game, without a doubt. Should have won the Chargers game. Like, I mean, just stat wise, everything to it. And I mean, you can nitpick the play calling, but if Kirk doesn't throw a couple doesn't, we win the game. Nobody's talking about play calling.
Yep.
Like we say all the time, players have to execute. Like they've got to do their damn job. The defensive line did their job. They got 5 sacks. Nobody's complaining. Nobody's complaining about Jimmy Lake because the players came through and did their part too. So it's not, like I said, the coaches get jumped on real quick. And I get it because you have to blame. You want to blame somebody, but like it's definitely a two-way street. The players have to do their part. But
I got a question, John. If Kirk is in your office and he says, "Bro, like it's my first year in like a system, I'm gonna struggle. I'm like these are normal struggles. I'm learning it while on the fly. I think I'm doing kind of good, but there was expected to be some struggle. Stick with me." Is that something you trying to hear, or are you like I didn't pay? If I was gonna see or give like a trial thing, I would have got like a little youngin in here to do this. If I didn't know and we was gonna see, I paid you that because it was for sure, and I gotta switch you off if you injured or if you can't do it. Are you hearing him out if he's saying that, or are you like, dog, it's time, it's playoff, and you losing, and you about to lose us like out of the playoffs? So I have to sit you down. It don't matter how much we paid you. And I know I said it was your job, but I gotta sit you down.
Yeah, I'm saying at this point in the season, like yes, it's a new-ish offense, but it's not a totally new thing. Like it's still from that McVay tree. It's just got some different quirks to it. Like he said it earlier in the season, like I think around training camp or even the preseason, that it's some things are similar, but some things are way different. So like he just had to basically learn those variations of what he wasn't used to in Minnesota. But by now, yeah, all that stuff should be. But the thing is, to me, like he and Zach and that entire offensive crew have to get together and really, really just sit down and like, this is what I'm comfortable doing. This is what I'm best at doing. Let's do this. You know what I mean? Like, let's not, like I said, let's not put Ray McLeod out there blocking in that type of position. Let's be a little bit smarter about some of these, not even play calls, just the personnel groupings. Let's not be so heavy in 11, like for God's sake. Let's run 2 tight ends out there every now and then.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Especially in the run game. How about let's lean the offense on Bijan and Tyler? Let's let the off, like you said with the Denver Broncos and let the offense go through the running backs because you have 2 really good running backs.
Yeah,
let it go, and then let Kirk hit these short intermediate passes. If one opens up downfield, great. Try to hit it. But I mean, that shouldn't be the main emphasis. Is trying to get these big explosives because that didn't work out last, and it's not working out. Like Kirk doesn't have the arm unless it's just, I mean, wide ass open and he can just lay it out there. He's not putting it into windows. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so he can't fit it there. He's been an anticipation type thrower for most of his career. So and especially now though. So that's the thing for me is like you've got to just kind of get together. You got 5 games left. You are 6-6 again. You've lost 3 games in a row. You are essentially tied with Tampa. I know we have the tiebreaker with Tampa Bay, but you've got to match them win for win going out. If they finish with more win than you, we lose the division.
You know what I think is crazy and it hurts so bad is the energy has changed so much in 3 games. You like went from people saying this could be one of the best teams in the sport, and they could be really a problem for people in the playoffs. It's their time. To us being 500 and having to and having to have some skills and like some luck just to be in the play. We had the division.
Yeah.
Been going away, and come on, now we talking about, man, if we win and keep win, man. So it's just like it's the same old Falcons talk. It's the same vibe again. Oh, you 500 again, bro. That's not a good team when you 500. That means you lost half the games. That's not a team who you can say is a good team or threat to anybody. You remember I was just saying, oh man, we could beat anybody. We proved we could beat the Chiefs, we could beat the Eagles, we could rumble with anybody. I can't say that now. I don't know who Kirk Cousins is. I have no idea who's going to show up on Sunday. It's like a crazy girl. You don't know if she calm today or if she didn't eat, she in a bad mood. Well, that's how I feel about Kirk. Have you had a Snickers? I don't know who's showing up. I don't know who. He looked amazing sometimes, and then I'm proud that we gave him the money. And then at times I'd be thinking, why would we have gave this man that money? That wouldn't make no sense. I would have rather got Justin Fields for this shit.
Yeah, well, that was
here's why I'd be mad. You can't tell me that we couldn't have started Penix and kept all of that money and we drafted him and started him, and he couldn't have won 6 games.
Yeah.
Like, you can't tell me he wouldn't have won at least half the games just fucking around, and we would have had all that money. So it's like, we paid you all that money for a 500 record, man. I need you to get it together. But like you said, I don't want to just put all this on Kirk. He need to go and with Zach and what you feel comfortable at. Where do you struggle? Where are his picks at? We need to cut that. And why are we not? The pillar has to be the running backs, and he has to be the extra. He got to be the green beans, and the guys have to be the steak. He can't be the steak.
Yeah,
he's like got a steakness.
No, he doesn't need to be though. Like, that's the thing. It's like they're trying to make him.
Wasn't the steak at the end, man.
No, you don't. That's the thing. Like, there's no reason to. When you drafted Bijan that high, and he's that dynamic of a runner.
Yep.
And he's having a hell of a season. Like, and even in the pass game too. Okay, well, utilize that more. And same thing with Tyler. Like, Tyler barely getting any touches now. And I get why. I understand. But and you see, like, even that game, like Tyler make one cut and like he'll run straight into somebody. I mean, like he's not trying to go. And sometimes it's good. Sometimes it's a detriment. Sometimes, like, dude, you could have maybe stepped outside and maybe took that a little bit deeper. But
remember when he started John, and I was so mad at him. I used to be like, no, he run right into the back of the league. You remember when he first? Yeah, I was like, what is this dude's problem? He keep running right into the lineman because he don't try to juke nobody.
Like negative vision.
Right over. Yeah. Yep. But I love him, bro. That is my guy. If nobody else, I love Tyler.
Yeah.
Jones Bone said the running problem was Zach's pass offense. No. Okay. The running problem with Zach's pass offense is that it's too aggressive.
Right.
Freeze framing here and there, and there's no one between the line of scrimmage and 15 yards downfield. You're damn right. He said everything is chasing explosive plays. Yep.
Yes. Absolutely. Like, just dude.
And his arm don't go for that. He don't have that He don't have that Michael Vick in him. So he got to get that intermediate.
And you've got Darnell Mooney, who's an excellent route. You got him. You got Darnell Mooney, who's a fantastic route runner, good feet. Braybert McLeod, fast as shit, quick feet.
Yeah.
Drake London, insane and contested catch, can go in the middle, get whatever you want. Like, I mean, it's right there for you, man. Like I said, you don't have to overthink it. Like, again, like, I'm not going to just say I mean, the thing about Zach is he has definitely changed up throughout the year. So, like, you hope he just keeps kind of just.
I got a good one for you, John.
But I mean,
I got a good one for you. Is Kirk struggling more because of Zach's struggles, or is it like Zach struggling more because of Kirk's struggles?
Oh, it's both.
Damn it, Johnny Yates. Johnny hit you with the bat in the back of the head.
It's both.
Damn, John.
Because and then Zach wasn't calling plays, but in LA, Matt Stafford can still run. He's still mobile.
Yeah.
Kirk can't run at all.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's what sucks. It's like and I said this last week. I texted when we were texting the bros, right?
Mhm.
And I said I haven't said this publicly yet because it's just I
Yeah.
just secretly want it, right? Like
Yeah.
I want to see Penix because,
Mhm.
and it's just selfish and it's stupid, and I don't, that doesn't make any sense because I get all that stuff, but I just think that with a guy who can move, and Penix wasn't known as a running quarterback in college, but he's more
Mhm.
mobile than Kirk. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And that's what you need. You need a little bit more mobility, the
Mhm.
chance to get out of the pocket, do things. So if you have that, that's huge in this offense, especially, right? Especially
Mhm.
the outside zone, stuff like that we try to do. It's just better to have a guy who can move around, as long as he's competent and can throw the ball as well. Like, you have to
Mhm.
have all that stuff, right? It can't just be just one guy who can run because that'd be anybody.
Mhm.
But, yeah, I mean, I selfishly wanna see him in this offense, but, yeah, it sucks for Zach because he has to know, like, "Okay, I can't call these plays because Kirk really can't run out of it.
Yeah.
We can't really do bootlegs successfully. We can't, you know what I mean? It's just
Yeah.
it's not
He doing
not
those
I mean, you
don't
can
read
try
or
it,
no.
but it's
He
just gonna
doing
be
no read
slow.
option.
Right, it's gonna be hell no. It's gonna be
Yeah.
slow developing, it's gonna be slow,
Yeah.
so, it's just gonna it makes it
John had
different.
hit me like 2 weeks ago, and he scrambled, and John hit me on the text and said, "Bro, this has to be one." He said, "Bro, this has to be one of the slowest motherfuckers I have ever seen run in my
It
life."
literally was.
And he's like, "Yo, he's one of the slowest people I've ever seen."
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
get it, man. You come off an Achilles, you're 36, 37, whatever it is. You were never that fast to begin with, but, like,
Mhm.
now it's really not that fast. So, it's just one of those things, man. It's like, I understand why he's here. I understand why they brought him in. Like, it wasn't our choice. It wasn't our number one
Yeah.
guy to bring
Yeah.
in. Like, when we had that, I did that quarterback show with Savion. It's
Mhm.
like, we were like, "Nah, man, I don't want him because of the money." That was the whole reason. It was like, if
Mhm.
but when we signed him, okay, well, nothing we can do about it now, so we gotta
Yeah.
support the guy. We gotta
I
support
wanted
him.
Russell, man. I wanted Russell, but it's
I was
fine.
fine with that too. I was fine with
Yeah.
Russell. I was fine with Justin at the time. Russell
No.
would have been great hindsight because, he's making
Because
$1
he
million.
could do all of that short shit, and he can move around. He can run. I just felt like for what we was asking him to do, he'd have been perfect. But
Yeah, and we were
man,
worried about, well, how that, if we would have kept, if Arthur would have stayed, we were worried about, man, how would Arthur mesh with Russell?
yeah,
Because
with
that stuff
Russell, yeah, yep,
meshing just freaking fine, isn't he? Like, it's looking
yep.
just fine. So, yeah, I
I'm
mean,
proud of
that's
Russell.
but it's hindsight, man. Like I said, there's nothing we can
Yeah,
do about it. I mean, nothing
because
we as
Kirk, man, could have destroyed here, and then I would have been just happy. So I don't want to.
yeah, and like I said, the season's not over yet either. So, like I said, we still have, like, he's got time to get it back
Yeah.
together. You know what I mean? And we're
Mhm.
facing, of the 5 teams we have left, 4 of them are like bottom 15, bottom 10 defenses.
So
So,
you saying we have no excuse, Johnny Yates?
no excuse. Literally no
Okay.
excuse. Like, I mean, it's got to be. It's got it. This week against we're 49 minutes in. We haven't even talked about the Vikings yet, but Vikings coming up. They're on a 5-game winning streak. Sam
Mhm.
Darnold's playing lights out again. Got Justin
I'm
Jefferson. They got
still scarred from him, Johnny Yates. I
we've
never.
already, yeah, we lost to a bad Sam Darnold at
I
Carolina.
cry in the shower when I think about young. That is the one quarterback that I hate, and it's not his fault. He destroyed us, and I just counted it as a win, and I will never forget losing to him because I think he is horrific, and he was
He's
really
not
bad at
now.
the time. He's
Yeah,
not now, but at the time he was a bad quarterback, and when he beat us, I'm like, dog. To me, he is the face for who we shouldn't have lose. I do not like Sam Darnold, so we can't. Please don't traumatize me again with Sam Darnold. I will never forget that as long as I live.
yeah. And so, I mean, Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison,
Oh,
AJ Hawkinson, and you got, I mean, like, they're playing good, man. And,
wow.
it's so, like, the one thing that, but you do see this happen a lot in NFL. Not that they're happening because they're coached well, but both sides of the ball.
Yeah.
But you do see teams sometimes that, like our team, we've lost 3 in a row. We're not in desperation mode, but we are freaking hungry to get a win, and we know how
Mm-hmm.
important these wins are now. So it wouldn't surprise me if we go up there and win, because you heard the old saying, like, the wounded dog is a lot more dangerous than just,
Yeah.
a non-wounded dog. I mean, that's the case. I mean, we're wounded as shit after these 3 games. So,
Yeah.
I mean, we're a more dangerous opponent than they probably thinking that we are,
Mm-hmm.
because, again, like, and they're in a fight for that division too with Green Bay. Like, Green Bay's around their heels. Obviously, Detroit. I mean, that Central, other than the Chicago,
Mm-hmm.
who's kind of fallen off, that in NFC Central's serious ass division. So they're trying to win that game too. But we have to win this game. If we win this game, we set ourselves up a lot easier for the next 4 because this is our toughest game. It should be our toughest game of the last 5, right? I mean, it's the Vikings. Then we go to Oakland or not Oakland. We go to Las Vegas, play the Raiders. Then we got the Giants, then the Commanders, the Panthers. So, I mean, that should be the toughest of those opponents. So it's, and I'm not confident that we go up there and win, but I mean, I'm saying if we
lose because the crowd they're gonna make you put in Penix if you lose the game. They won't stop, man. If you lose, and it's Kirk's fault or he played like average, they gonna be calling for his head. It ain't no still play him again. If you drop 4 straight, it ain't no still play you. Kirko chains and all that shit'll be dead after that. All that swag surf shit'll be out. We try and make the playoffs and you hindering that. Sit your old ass.
Yeah, if it's Kirk, I agree.
But it gotta be Kirk though, because if he ball out and like the defense shit the bed, then and I'm saying if he do anything silly that he messing up or he can't make the throws, because he would have to explain to me if I'm Zach, like I would be asking him about the throws at the feet. Like, is your arm okay? Because he was open that time. I see the pics and all that, but he was wide open and you threw it at his feet like 2 to 3 times. Is your arm okay? I would be really asking, dog, is what I'm asking you to do too much? Tell me the truth. And I could, dial it back because we want you to play and we want like Penix to learn. We don't want him to play the season. Even I don't want him to play the season. It'll be better if he learn. But dog, if it's the playoffs or Penix, I want Penix in. I would like to make the playoffs. Like John said, it don't matter if we went out in the playoffs, the experience of starting to learn how to win. We in the playoffs. Now I know what it feel like. I know what it sound like. So, yes.
Yeah, it's a natural step forward. And that was, we said at the beginning of the season, if we don't make the playoffs, it's pretty much a failure of a season because for what you brought Kirk in for a certain reason. I didn't think we were a quarterback away or anything, but I thought like that was enough in this division, especially that we were going to fight with Tampa, but it was going to be, and it wasn't going to be easy, but it should be good enough for us to at least, win this division. Like I said, and we would be in a different spot had we won a couple of games that we should have won, and then you could look at Philly and say, hey, we should have lost that game, or hey, we should have lost the Tampa Bay game. That's fair. Like we were, I mean, and that was on Kirk. We won those games. Kirk's the reason we won those 2 games. So Kirk giveth and Kirk taketh away. Like it's
that's the new shirt. That is the new slogan. Kirk, there you go, Johnny Ace home run. Kirk giveth and Kirk taketh away. Dog, I'm gonna tell you, great point, John. Wade said Ball Bros was awesome. Thank you, man. Thank you. We love those guys, bro. Those are my favorite guys to do a show with. William said, "Nah, we getting defensive players next year."
We definitely are. We better be. Jesus.
Steve, there you go, Steve.
Steve.
Roll up your Steves. Can't stick around, but wanted to pop in and say congrats on episode 200. Love you. Love you too, Steve, because he's been a big part of that. So thank you so much, Steve, and thank you so much, Wade. You know who he looked like? Your Double H. That looked like his picture, but it say Wade. It's weird. No, but bruh, Johnny Yates, I gotta put that on something tomorrow. Kirk Gibbs and Kirk take it away. It's so hard to trash him because if there were some times that we should have lost. And he did the Jordan thing, like give me the ball, and he just single-handedly, okay, Kirk. Then he swagged surfing out. Oh, Kirk, right? And then there are some games that he single-handedly lost us. So it's like I don't want to trash you. I don't know how I feel. I don't know how I feel about you, dog. So I want him to do good. I don't want him to have to get fat after we paid him that money. I want you to get it together, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, there's been tons of talk all week. Obviously, on Twitterverse and everything.
How was Twitter, Johnny Yates?
Oh, it's a fucking dumpster fire. It's after the game, especially. It was, we're paying Kirk all this money. He needs to be set. We need to trade him next year, which is all a possibility. I mean, like if depending on how this season ends, depending on how this goes, and if this ends without a playoff berth, and Kirk doesn't play that well, they may try to trade him.
Yeah.
I mean, and we're going to still take a cap hit. It won't be as bad. I think if people talking about cutting him are insane. Like that's a $62 million cap hit next year.
Yeah,
if we cut him.
Like
no. Trade him. You pay him his bonus. The cap hit goes down to like, I don't know, 30 something million. I can't remember the exact number, but it's doable. You know, it's at least doable. And people get pissed off about the money. And well, the money's already like if you're allocating that money to the quarterback room, it's already there.
Yeah.
So like it sucks, but it's already there. So do you want to go on with Kirk and hope for the best, or do you want to go ahead and start your future now with Mike Penix and see what he's got and build around him? So that's hopefully when I have a discussion.
A skill that I just learned last year. There comes a point. I know you don't want to when you put a lot.
Man, Mike froze again with the weird face. It's perfect. So while he's frozen, Jamal, what's up, buddy? Good to see you, dude. And it's all good, man. We're gonna be here for a bit since we've got one show a week now.
All right. So there we go. He said Kirk is as mobile as George Foreman. But you got to learn when it don't matter what you put into it. You got to learn how to cut your losses. You got to learn how to cut your, hey man, but this is not working how I thought it would be, and you got to learn to cut your loss. And that makes you sick to your stomach. No, if you put in a lot, you like, I'm gonna keep doing this until I get the result. But at some point, you got to be like, I'm gonna cut my losses. But again, I think that's still too early to speak on that, man. I would like to
it is
season. I think he can turn it around.
Yeah, I do too. And I mean, he's gonna have to, like I said, if he wants to keep his job, and he knows that too. Like he said as much. It's like, you know, I've got to play well enough to where I deserve to be in there. So like it's not a like
so he said that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he's conscious. He is lucid, ladies and gentlemen.
You can't see it right now, y'all that are watching, but I mean, my thumbnail has Michael Penix on the shoulder, looking over the shoulder of Kirk Cousins. I mean, is there? So I think it's something, but you know, he knows he's there. It's like he knows he drafted him number 8 or whatever the hell it was, 7.
I didn't even see that, but I see the top of his head. Oh, that is golden, buddy. Kirk give it and Kirk take it away.
That is said, yeah, that I mean, and or you call it the cousining as well. You know, there's the falconing, so we call it the cousining. So we don't want to see the cousining this week. Like no cousining.
Yeah, he gonna be memes, verbs. We're gonna turn you to a verb, buddy.
Yeah, for sure. But shit, what were we talking about?
Who knows? Oh, the Vikings.
Yeah. No, you're talking about how Twitter was though. But yeah, no, it was. You know, all those, but you know, all those things are justified. And I you know, if you're a fan that wants to see Penix now and just say, look, looking at the long term, Kirk's not going to be it. Even this year, he's not taking us to a Super Bowl. Next year, he's probably not taking us to a Super Bowl. You know, even if we add, let's go ahead and get Penix in there. Like, I get it. Like I get it. Like I mean, I may not agree with it 100%, but that's fine. Like I don't think there's a wrong take. I just think that
what was the ball?
Probably
like the ball.
Yeah, they don't want to see.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I think a lot of it's emotional too. I mean, like we were all that way on the game. It's like, you know, but some folks are just like, no, like he's done, and he could be cooked. We don't know. Like I said, the problem is the last 3 games hasn't been good. So when you string together 3 games and with a bye week before your last one, which you should be better. Yeah. That's not great, you know. And they asked Raheem about it in the press conference. Like, you know, I don't know who asked it, but he said, "Are you concerned at all about his inconsistency?" And he was like, "I don't know if I'd call it inconsistency." I'm like, "Well, you kind of have to because, like, you know,
because it's inconsistent.
13 interceptions this year. You know, it's like he's had some good moments, some good time, and he's some really good games. But he's also as of recent, the last 3 has not been that good. So it's just, you know, it just is what it is. And it sucks, like I said, that you do have a tough defense to go up against this week with the Vikings. And this, you know, I don't know. It's going to be, I didn't have a ton of expectations going into the Chargers but it was defensively. Now I'm not sold on the defense yet, but I'm encouraged that they were like, okay, let's make some changes and let's work. And then it worked. But by the way, Nate Landman, I think 17 snaps, season low. Troy Anderson, I think, only had 16, but to be honest with you, the defense itself only had 45 freaking total snaps, which is insane.
And shout out to lad McConkley. Yeah, he is something else. And the guy on the team, DJ, is something else. I got a new respect for them 2 dudes. Like they are something else. They are their best players. So Debo vibes. Says out of your Falcon mind, John Mike 200th episode. Here to the next 200, buddy. That's far off in the. But hey, man, I want you to stick around. He said,
right.
"Question: what team can Z-Rob dial up to be close to competitive against this Brian Flores defense? Run
Bijan, baby.
and play.
I mean, the best way to beat the blitz, run right into it.
Yep.
But it's going to be with our offensive line. I mean, like they're not great with power. So that's the only little caveat there. I don't know if you want Kirk's back turned at all. I mean, with the guy, I mean, you're going to have to do some play action without a doubt. You're going to have to keep these guys honest. Quick passing game. You got to utilize the middle of the field.
Man, 3-step drop, and then come on, man, let it go.
You can't be sitting there forever. You don't have time to sit there forever.
Nope.
I don't need to see these long, deep, intermediate type throws to the sidelines. I mean, if it's there, fine. But I mean, game plan wise, no. I mean, and this defense go out there and freaking do what they just did. But it's like I said, I'm interested to see how they scheme this defense this week because again, press is not going to necessarily work as well as it did this week against the Chargers because it's a different receiver group, different tight end, different skill positions altogether with the Vikings. I mean, quarterback very good, playing very good. So yeah, I'm really interested to see how the defense comes out because it may be one of those things where the Vikings score, we have to go match them score for score. You know what I mean? Like to stay in the game, hopefully. Christy, what's going on?
Christy, what up? She said, "What up, Falcons fan?" Wallace, what up? Thank y'all for
buddy?
coming, man.
Yeah, man.
William said, "Run the ball."
Absolutely.
William said, "Zach Robinson know what works. He just Kirk pass happy." I think he believe in Kirk a little bit.
Yeah. I agree, man. Yeah, like I said, we just run the offense through your two horses, man. Let everything come off of that, and I mean that should be fairly obvious.
And I want to say this too. I got to limit this. Something I just learned too is that there's it's like a ceiling on your optimism. It's some time where it could go past a point where it turns against you. So you got to be. You can't be just so positive that you can't see clearly because I am the king of that. I don't think I can make it jump from this roof to that roof and break my damn neck. Okay, I have fallen. I've hurt myself so many times. I've crashed so many times. I've done so many wild things like that. You got to have a ceiling on it to where that you being real at the same. I'm being positive, but I can see too. I got to be honest about this shit I'm seeing. So. If he can't make the throws, buddy, you can believe in him. You could be his friend. You could bake cookies together. He could have cool kids that be friends with your kids, but you got to cut that from the playbook if he can't make the throws. Yeah. William said Vikings is a good team. He said, I don't know. Hey, William, reel that in, man. You don't type that out loud. That's a silent thought. That's a silent thought. You speak life. That's a silent thought for the back of the head. We gonna beat the shit out the Vikings is what you say if you feel it or not. If you feel it or not, Will, you say it aloud and then you just think it.
Yeah, I'm definitely.
We're turning around, Will. Trust me.
I think it'll be. I think they'll play better. I mean, and the thing is,
well, they can't play.
I mean, you have to. I mean, like Kirk Cassidy, he literally can't play worse. Like that was like one of his top
picks.
And he almost threw a fifth, actually. If you think about that past Darnell that was behind him, he saved his ass on that one. That would have been 5.
He did.
So, I mean, you can't. And there is the factor of Kirk going back home. Is he going to put? You don't want him to be pressing because then he's making throws he shouldn't make. Like, nobody knows how he's going to feel. Like he's going to say he's fine and he's going to
say it don't matter. Yep.
Yeah, exactly. But you don't know, man. Like that's probably not going to be the case. And the same thing will happen in Washington too. When we go back there, it's going to be the same deal. Both of his former teams, So, I mean, it could go either way. But I just think he'll play better. But I do think if it's a level of incompetence that we saw this last week in the first half, you have to make a pull. You have to pull him. To me,
mid game.
Ooh. If he's going out there doing that same shit,
you got to sit him.
Like literally, like if he's throwing picks and throwing the ball at people's feet and costing you, like that's now you have some more data points here. Like That's the. I
That you
mean,
gotta be honest about what you're seeing. Like I said, if you believe it or not, you gotta be real.
yeah. I mean, it's and let Mike go out there and see what he's got. Because I mean,
Mhm,
it's not ideal. I hope it's not the case, but
mhm.
I mean, damn. And it's like you got to have to give him a chance. Lisa, what's going on?
Lisa, what up, Lisa? She said, "Facts, John. If he plays worse, then we definitely have a problem, Houston. Come on, Kirk. We need you, baby. Please, football gods, don't do us. We need this W. If we
That
drop
we
four
do.
straight, Lisa, his balls had no velocity on Sunday. You scared
None.
me for a minute, but I see where you was going. His balls had no velocity Sunday. I legit could have thrown those. It did, Lisa. That's why I'm saying his arm
Yeah.
might be cooked. It looked like he didn't have nothing on the ball. It was people wide open. He couldn't get it.
No, it wasn't. It was bad, man. And so that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't. I hope it's not the case. I don't want to have to see Mike for that
Mhm,
reason. You know what I mean?
mhm,
I would like to see Mike because you know Kirk's played his time here. He's done well. We've
mhm.
won games. Whatever. And it's just time to move on.
Man, is
Not the
Mike
fact that
ready, Johnny Yates? Or you think he getting thrown into the pot like he ain't even defrosted yet, but we about to put him in the pile? You think he's fully capable and ready to rock and roll?
I think mentally, I think he probably is. I think he's an older QB anyway, man. He's 20, was he 25, 26? Like he's an older
Mhm,
rookie. You know what I mean? Like than you've used to see. He's played a lot of football.
mhm.
He's everything he
Oh,
says. Huh?
yeah. How old is Bo Nix?
20. Oh, he's older too, probably 25, because he seems like he
26.
was in college for like 10 years. He
Yeah, they
wasn't, but
both.
it just seems like he was in there for a
Yeah.
long time.
All right.
But yeah, I think mentally, I think he'd be okay. Being able to process what he's seeing against NFL defenses may take him just like it does anybody. I
Mhm,
mean, hell, look at Bryce Young, dude. Look, Bryce coming back from since he started it again, he's
mhm.
killing it. And I
That's
mean, sometimes it just takes a while, man. Like, and I'm not
dog,
saying
it
Bryce is going to
helps for you
be,
to, and it helps for you to sit too and
yeah,
learn. Man, Rogers, if y'all remember, I keep using him as an example. The reason he was that good because he got to sit and learn behind Favre. He got to sit and study. He got to learn it before he was playing it. So that
for three
always helped.
years.
Yep, he got to sit and be a student of the okay. This. So by the time he was in there, he knew that shit like the back of his hand and just was murdering everybody. I think that helps. So I would want like man Mike to sit for at least a year because I think it would help him.
Yeah.
But man, if it's playoffs or sit, we need you in there.
Yeah, and it's the same discussion. Like I said, we said earlier in the show. It's like when Mariota was here and we had Ritter, and we didn't know we had Ritter, but it was like
Mm-hmm,
Mariota's shit in the bed. He's going to cost us a playoff, but
mm-hmm.
Arthur kept saying, "Well, we can't sit him because we're in the play." Like it was the exact
Yeah.
opposite. The fans were
Yep.
like, "This dude's costing us
Yep.
games,
He about to
but you want to
cost us.
keep, but you think he's going to." The reason we're going to make the no, that's not like
Yeah.
and look, it could have been a disaster. After we saw what Ritter was after the few like Ritter could have came in and been terrible. We don't know. We will never know
Mm-hmm,
because it didn't happen. But it's the
mm-hmm,
same similar argument, man. It's like we've put ourselves in position now, and like unless Raheem said, and Raheem was talking about how Kirk has carried the team, which a couple of times, yeah, but I would think Bijan has a word or two to say about that this
yeah.
year.
Mm-hmm,
But yeah, I mean that might be the case a few times, but dude, and I don't expect him to say anything different. Number one, he's not going to go in there and just trash his QB or whatever. He's going to
mm-hmm,
support him and whatever. One of the reasons he's here. But at the same time, it's like you can't, like you said earlier, you have to have eyeballs and see what's in front of your
mm-hmm.
face, and if that's the decision you got to make, you got to make that decision. And it's not going to be an easy one. It'll be a tough one, and hopefully they don't come to that. But again, that's just I think they're going to play better. Whether or not they come out, Zach's had a real hard time this year against really good defensive coordinators and really good defenses. Like
Mm-hmm,
it's just the numbers are not terrible. You saw what
mm-hmm,
Vance Joseph did to him, right? I mean, like
mm-hmm.
in Denver, like it's just not been good. So the short history of it doesn't bode too well for us. We just got to hope that Kirk can come out and do the best he can. But if we don't win this game, then we have to win. We have to win the last four games. Like
Yep.
have to win the last four games because the Bucks honestly should have lost that game in Carolina. You saw that touchdown that Adam
Mhm.
Thielen had taken
Yep.
away from him.
Yep.
Like that, his elbow was down in that end zone. Like that should have been a
Mhm.
touchdown. Panthers should have won that game. But regardless,
If we
yeah,
go under 500, I wouldn't even know how to respond to that because it would have switched from saying Super Bowl to like under 500. It's not. That's not even real to me. Like
Yeah.
how?
Yeah. I don't. Yeah.
So I
Exactly.
really need them to get a. And plus, we all in a good mood here in Atlanta. Okay, it's December, it's Christmas. Like don't pick the holidays to start shitting the bed and piss us off, buddy. Don't do that. Okay, Macaulay Culkin is on TV. Okay, he doing all type of tricks. Shit. I love that movie. Okay, all right, don't you ruin Home Alone for me, sir. Don't you ruin my holiday season. Come on, Arthur Blank. I need a speech at halftime. You need to bring let me see. Jeffrey Tuggle, Matt Ryan, Julio Jones, Ray Buchanan, Keith Brookin. Bring them in. Tim
There you
Dwight.
go. Tim
Jamal
Dwight.
Anderson, Roddy White, Michael Jenkins, bring them all. How about Crumpler? Bring in Michael Vick. Whatever you got to do to get them boys going. But y'all got to start playing now. We playing for the playoffs. It's
You
crunch
see
time.
that? You see it. I don't know if they're going to do it or not. Do you see Harry Douglas, Roddy White, and Julio Jones teased on Twitter that they might do a podcast?
I would absolutely love that.
That'd be
But
amazing.
yeah, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, that
Love
would
that.
be amazing. Yeah.
Mhm.
Now they joking around.
No, I think they were
But
serious. Roddy
that
and
is a dope.
Harry was serious. I don't know if Julio responded or not, but yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would
What's
love
up,
to see
William?
that. William Paul said WP said just came in, but if the Falcons don't pound the rock with Robinson and Algier, they are incompetent. William, I tend to agree with you. No one ever accused you being a liar, buddy.
No, it's just we all seem to be on an agreement when it comes to that. So we just hope our OC is in agreement as well.
Yeah,
And
run the
like
ball, man.
just like in Tampa, man. Like when Tampa was here, okay, they said no, you're not going to run the ball. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
cool. But then what
Oh,
did Kurt do?
mm-hmm.
Short, intermediate, all game
Mm-hmm.
long, and a few deep shots here or there. But that's what worked. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
look at this, a Cornelius Bennett pull from Wade.
Oh, Cornelius Bennett was a nasty man. It was a time he played in Buffalo, right on the same team as Bruce Smith. You
Yeah,
thought, and I think Daryl Talley was on that team. The three of them was on the same team with Steve Tasker back there. But y'all don't know who Steve Tasker is. Just a single special team specialist that you never knew about. The fastest white guy this side of the Mississippi. How about Don Beebe? Oh, Thurman
Tim
Thomas,
Dwight came
Jim
about.
Kelly, James Lofton, and Andre Reed. Do y'all know who Scott Norwood is? If you ever want to have nightmares, look that shit up.
So the dude had a massive helmet.
Who you talking about? Scott Norwood?
Yeah.
With
Didn't he?
the
No. Don Beebe had the massive helmet.
who missed the Super Bowl kicks.
No, I know. Yeah, but one of the look up Scott B. I think it's Beebe or Don Beebe had the like.
Beebe had the huge helmet.
Yeah,
Beebe,
it looked like freaking. It looked like Kazoo, like from the Flintstones.
Yeah. He had a huge helmet. He was a beast though. Don Beebe was a tough dude.
Oh yeah.
Don Beebe was the man.
Yeah. But yeah, so and what we have to mention too, and number one, so before we move on, we've talked about Kirk pretty much this entire show, but when you throw 4 picks and lose a game, it kind of ends that way. But so before we move on though, so for you though, it's Kirk from here on out as long as he's better than it was last game.
Man, I believe in him. I think you leave him in there because he's the vet and he done had the team for this long. He's the captain. I think you leave him in there until, like John say, if he come out and plays incompetently, he struggle. I still say that you leave him in there. He got to learn. But if he playing incompetently, like he throwing it at the feet and this guy's open and he can't hit the throw, or he throwing picks, or he doing that stupid shit like he did on that scramble where he just threw it into the crowd, no, you sit him down. The same thing with who was it, Mariota, when he did that spin move where he threw it off the floor. You sit their ass down for doing shit like that. When you throwing into the crowd, you gotta sit down. There's no, you're not in your mind. Like you need to sit down and you need to learn. So I'm all for Kirk. I want to stand behind my guy until he just totally proved that you can't do it. Your arm is cooked. I'm gonna stick with my guy because he won us a few games this year. But if he dropped 4 in a row and it's his fault, it's sad, but you got to do it.
Yeah, I agree. And you look at what the Bucs have left. We have a little bit easier schedule than we do. So, and they're playing well. I mean, so if you had to pick right now, would you say we are making the playoffs? Which essentially the only we're not out of it if we don't win the division. Like if Washington stumbles a little bit and we beat Washington and we get the tiebreaker over them, we possibly could get a wild card. but we'd have to win, most of those games. If in the case, let's put it this way: if we go 10-7, and Camp Bago's 11-6, and we beat the the Commanders, and we're both 10-7 just per se, and some other things work out. I don't know all the math, but I know that for a fact because we'd have the tiebreaker over Washington. Then we'd have a decent chance to get into the playoffs. So it's not like I think our over the last few weeks, our chances of making the playoffs have went from like 85% to 50%. So if you're sitting here today, are we making the playoffs or are we not?
Hell yeah, we in the playoffs, Johnny. Yeah, hell yes. I seen the team turn it on, and when the team is operating, they hard to stop. So I expect that for like the bulk, and I expect some games like they have it where they shit the bed and they blow my mind with that. But the bulk of the games, I expect like a good game because that's what I've seen. Like the bulk of the time, I thought they played well.
Yeah,
so I'm expecting them to play well.
Yeah, the Seattle game, I thought you can blame a lot on coaching, a lot on. I mean, and execution as well. Like you came out flat, you didn't take that game seriously. Whatever it was embarrassing. The Bronco game was embarrassing as shit too. We didn't talk about that game actually. We didn't. But I don't want to because it was gross. But over half of your defense was hurt, and I don't know. I mean,
you don't. And I love Bo Nix. You don't allow him to do that to you. He had his best game that he had in his whole career against that. You don't allow Bo Nix. And I love Bo Nix, but come on, man.
Dude, and the whole, and I get the over half defense was hurt, but just the schemes that they were drawing up, like playing 15 yards off. That's what we told the Bull Bros like before the game. We were like, y'all are going to move the ball at will because we just play so far off the ball. Even on 3rd and 4, we're playing 10 yards off the ball. Now, luckily, we didn't do that this game. Like I said, luckily they made. Credit Jimmy Lake, credit all those guys on defensive staff. They made those changes, and we didn't do that. We played really well on defense, so good. I hope that continues. But you can't have those type of stinkers down these last 5. Like you can't play like that. Like there's no excuse for coming out flat or not being ready. Like all that's no. Like that's not being an excuse from going on out. But good question here from Lisa.
Lisa says, so if he's playing incompetently, then is he benched for good? It would be hard to go. Oh, I say this, Lisa. If he get benched, he got to get benched for good. If you sit your quarterback down, there ain't no putting him in again. And unless, man, Penix is just doing something crazy, but there's no putting him in again. You know how the whole world, they knew that we was in trouble? When they put Ritter in, and then they swapped it back. When you swap it back, it's done. Like the season is done. The whole world know it's done. Like when you got to go back, it's done. So because he don't have the team, he's dropped young. He's not the quarterback. He's not the leader. He's the leader now. You can't go back from that. He don't got the locker room no more. Now everybody's rallying behind him, and you gotta get So I say if you sit Kirk, it's done for good. But that's why I'm saying you wait. You let him prove that, dog. I am washed. My arm is cooked. I cannot do it. Because once you sit down, you sitting your ass down. You better have a motherfucking seat cushion because you're going to be here for a while.
I think I agree, but with the one caveat. I think if you pull Kirk, the only he could start again only if it's clear that Mike is not ready.
That's what I'm saying. If he just having a seizure on the field, if he Bryce Young in it in year 1.
Oh, okay, my bad.
If he Bryce in it in year 1, where he just like, damn dog, you look really bad, then you go back to Kirk. But that's the only way. Yeah. If you pull your quarterback, because you don't go back. Oh,
if Mike comes in and balls out, I don't know why you put him. I mean, right a hot hand, man. If it's especially. By chance, if he's, I hope it doesn't happen. But if he's brought in during this game against the Vikings and plays well against that defense, I mean, you have to like his chances against the next 4 teams. You know what I mean? So,
Lisa said, "Have y'all talked about Zach Robinson's play call?" Well, we tried to gloss over it. I mean, I think he's. I'm gonna be honest. I think he's done well. I just think that he. I can't tell who the jackass is yet, so I don't want to say. It's either him or Kirk. But
Yeah.
I asked John earlier. He said it's a bit of both of them. So I don't know.
It is. I mean, and watching the film, like, I'm not doing the 22s like I did last year, but I am watching it. So I'm just not putting out content on it because it just takes forever. But like last year, it was for sure it was Arthur, but it was more the quarterback than it was Arthur last year
Mhm.
for me. And like Aaron Freeman always says this on his show, if there's 65 play calls during the game, and you got a problem with like 5 of them, okay, well that's still a pretty damn good game. If you think 5 bad play calls, you're not gonna be perfect. I mean, no matter what offensive coordinator you are, you're not gonna call every play. It's not gonna be perfect, and the defensive coordinator is gonna. They're paid as well. You know what I mean? Like they're paid to go out there and play that chess game with them. So, that being said, this last game I was more upset with Zach this last game than I have been on pretty much any other
Me
game,
too.
just because what you were asking Kirk to do, he wasn't necessarily good at, and you had players in positions that, and that's what I'm saying. It's not even the play calling; it's the groupings. It's like how you were doing it.
Mhm.
Too many through body, too much 11 personnel. Not enough. Not relying on your running backs, trying to make Kirk go out there and throw the ball. That's what I have more of a problem with. It's just kind of how it's set up. I mean, the jet sweeps, I don't have a problem with those if the correct players are in the right spots to block it up. And that's because I mean but at the same time, you got Tyler and Bijan. Like, do you really need to run a jet sweep on 3rd and 1? And maybe you can line up and just bully some guys, but that's not necessarily our offensive line game. We don't necessarily bully guys a lot. So, but Mike, are you froze again? I believe so. Yeah, look froze. Move him, add him back. But Wade said, "I'm just saying. I thought when Arthur Smith was fired, we would be done with the pistol formation." Yeah, I mean, it's kind of weird, man, that they've still using it quite a lot more than I thought. Especially when the majority of Kirk's career, he's been really good out of play action and done really well with it. And then they still not really running play action nearly enough, in my opinion. But maybe part of that's due to the immobility of Kirk. Maybe I don't know. It's tough to say, but it just seems like Zach's trying to find his footing with this offense and trying to figure it out. Hey, buddy, you back?
Wade said,
So, I got it. I already read it when you were gone. Yeah, I got you. And lastly, and we'll move on to some games and have some fun. Koo, man, I know he missed the 35. He came back and got the last couple that were longer than the 35. Are you really concerned? Are you? I mean, what's your where you?
I feel like the same I feel with him and Kirk. I've grown to be a person that when young Dion like Jones was here, I was still the guy that was like, I don't care if he like limping, he a Falcon, and I want him on the field. I've changed to like I'm being honest now. Like I love you, but you might have to go. And I respect everything you did here. I love you to death. I'll always be your friend. If I see you, I'll get you a beer and a high five. But you can't be the kicker no more, young. You cannot keep doing that. And I know he hit some after that, but you can't keep doing that, bro. Or you can't kick for the Falcons. Like you can't do, because he was automatic at one point. And I know that we were spoiled by that, but he really made I'm scared every time he go kick now. I'm like, it's a half and half chance he'll miss. And I don't care if it's an easy one. I'm thinking it's a half and half chance he could miss this game because you understand. And that same thing with Kirk. I should not be thinking it's a half and half chance that we score here or he just do some dumb shit. It's 50-50. Matty, I didn't feel like that. I didn't feel like he was gonna like panic and just throw the ball. He was never gonna do that. So it's like I feel that way about them too. Like I'm watching y'all. So it's like a person I love, but I'm watching you. You on probation, and I'll call you in this office and say, "I love you the same. With no love lost, we need you to clean your lockout." And that's how I feel about him and Kirk, dog. I'm not gonna drag you online. I'm not gonna join that, but I am watching. I love Koo, man, because he saved so many games. But bro,
bonus games, man.
Yeah, I thank you. I don't know what that is, and I don't know how to fix it.
Well, I mean, he was on the injury report last week. He had the hip issue. Some folks are saying he was limping. They saw him limping at the game. if he's not healthy, then don't play him. I mean, you brought in another guy. I mean, I don't know that that's really or that was the reason why he missed those kicks. Because, like I said, he missed the short one, made the 2 longer ones. So I don't know that that's really a big part of it. If it is, then sit his ass down and let Riley, whatever his name is, it came in like and kicked for. So I forgot what his name is. But yeah, I mean, and Jamal said Coop's probably in his own head at this point. Yeah, I mean, that's a huge part of kicking. I mean, for sure, is the mental part of it. And you don't want him to be in his head, but I mean, unfortunately, it could be that way. Mike, I think he's froze again. Let's see. I don't know what's up with this connection now. I think it just said show 200. Y'all are screwed. But yeah, so for me, man, going into this last game, or not this last game, going into this game against the Vikings, I can't even say we're going to. I don't know how y'all feel. I mean, I'm not super confident. I don't know how you can be super confident after watching these last 3 games, especially this last game with how Kirk played. Like I said, the one caveat is I just don't see how he could get any worse. So I do think he'll play better. I think it'll be a close game. I think we're 5.5-point dogs right now, which makes sense. Going to their building, they're playing well. Like I said, 5-game winning streak. You know, the biggest question for me is how is this defense going to line up against Darno and those skill position players that they have. If our line can play like they played last week and win their battles and win their position, because I mean, man, and two, if Jimmy can call plays like that, if he can call blitzes and simulated pressures and really confuse Darnold, or at least make him think, because that's what happened with the game against Herbert, right? You saw him going in there. Herbert had to sit back and chill a second and wait and not being able to throw the ball. And that's what actually got him sacked a few times, was because he couldn't. His first read was like, oh shit, there's somebody dropping into coverage I thought wasn't going to be there. So if he keeps mixing up those looks, that's the only way. Like, you have to do that against a good quarterback. You know, you have to make him think. So, hey, if he can just keep riding that and keep doing that, we're in good shape. Offensively, Kirk, man, just don't go out there and throw picks, man. They go out there and Zach, for God's sake, you got the film that everybody's watched. Don't go out there and call these things that he's not good at. Call what he's good at doing, and let this offense run through Tyler. Let it run through Bijan and Tyler, right? I mean, don't overthink this thing, man. Let's go out there and do that. But for me, man, I think I can't say that I want us to win the game, but I can't predict that we win the game, because they got my confidence shook, buddy. My confidence is shook.
Man, I got to call the dub, buddy. Confidence never shook. I'm calling for the dub because I think Kirk is gonna. I'll be honest. I think he's gonna try to overdo it, but I think he'll be successful at it. I think young Zach is gonna know. Like, I already know. I'm not listening to you when you say I'm not going D. He's gonna try to throw for 400 yards because you got something to prove. I think Zach is gonna help him. He's gonna space it out this time. We're gonna do play action. He's gonna help Kirk have an amazing game against his old team. Because it ain't no start. He ain't doing this little check down, little shit against his own team. It's not going to happen this game. He going to try to throw for 400 and like 3 touchdowns. So I think like Zach is going to help him do that.
Yeah, well, I mean, like I said, I hope it does. And I have no doubt that Kirk's going to put in all the work in the world like that. I'm not worried about that part of it when it comes to Kirk or Zach or any of the coaches, anything like that. I'm not worried about that. I just want him to have a good play design ready to go, like for this, like not, like I said, just don't be the Arthur Smith and be so stubborn you can't change some of these personnel. Like, change the personnel to where it makes sense, and then see how it goes, man.
And the thing is, man, here's what I want, man. AJ to follow Justin. You need to follow Justin Jefferson. He don't need to be under. No one else is qualified. I don't even know if you qualified to check him, but I know nobody. And I love Clark Phillips. Please don't do that. Do he need to follow Justin Jefferson? Jamal
looks like Mike Hughes will be back this week. He was at full participant.
Good,
too,
good, yeah. Because we will need all the help, but he should follow JJ because there's no one else. Jamal, how y'all feeling about active season?
I think he's played pretty well.
Yeah,
I mean, we all expect him to be better by now because he was drafted in the second round, and we moved up to get him. But I mean, being asked to do, I mean, last game obviously was really good. Last game he had 2 sacks. But overall, actually, Jamal, what did you say? Jamal said, I feel like He's a good backup rotation edge. Yeah, agreed. Basically, yeah, I think he's fine for a good. He's good for a rotation. He's not going to be like the guy. If we ever had an alpha, then he may be, a good opposite of him. But we, still looking for that alpha, which hopefully we find next year. But yeah, I'm okay with it. I don't think he needs to be traded or anything like that. I mean, when we're missing guys. When we're as desperate as we are for pieces on the defense, you don't just give them away. So like,
Yeah.
I'm okay with him sticking around, but I feel
Mhm.
like agreed. I think he was drafted too high. It's Wade.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he said, can we just play Tampa 4 more times? Yeah.
The Kirk's numbers against Tampa and everybody else way different.
Yep.
Way different. Yeah. So it doesn't make any sense. All right, man. So I guess enough with the Kirk and all that stuff. Let's just go get a win. Let's go get a win this week, and then
Yeah,
hope the
man,
Bucks
stick with the
lose.
team though, y'all. Like, let me tell you why I got it made. Cause on TikTok it's fun stuff. Okay, I can make skits. I do silliness. I have like the dog dress up. He pick games. Oh, the dumpster fire, John. It's I don't listen, man. I don't even log in to see. I don't even touch it. I just ask John, is it bad? He 100% of the time he's like, yeah. He's never said, no, it's fine. 100% of the time he say, yeah, man, it's a shitstorm, and I don't have to deal with that. I don't even know how I would deal with that because I'm not good with that negativity. When somebody, the team and stupid money, y'all shouldn't have gave him the money. Like, I'm not good with that stuff. So I leave that to John, and I feel bad for him. Whenever we lose and it's bad, I be thinking, damn, John gonna have a bad week.
Yeah, but I
don't even see it. I just ask John.
I don't get involved. Like when I see stuff that I don't agree with tweeted, like I just scroll by it because like there's times like me and Mark Chaney were talking about this. Actually, it's like I will. There's so many times I've typed shit and this said nah, like it's not worth it. Like, I don't because I don't feel like I'm not going to change your mind. You're not going to change my mind. Like it's just it doesn't make any sense. You can listen to the show and you can hear what I think about it. It's like I think some of the people that just jump off the deep end, like
there's
nothing you can do about that. Like people like I want to see stuff play out first before I just rush to make a decision or a thing. But yeah, I don't get involved much of that Twitter mess, man. Anyway, all right, man. So let's move on. We got some fun. It's episode 200.
It's the holiday.
We play games on this show. We're going to play 4 games today, and I know this show probably is going to go another half hour at least. We're not going to run up at 2 hours. So go ahead, Mike.
Well, here's what we do. We pick a game to play, but today we call it trail mix. When we just blend all the games, we just stick all the games in the bowl and we play all the games at once. Okay, it's out of your fucking. I just said the wrong word. I meant to say it's out of your fucking mind. It's out of your Falcon mind is what I meant to say. And we have it always goes off the rest. It's fun. So Jamal said, man, if we don't win this week, we ride at dawn on Monday. That's like that one. We will ride at dawn for you, Jamal. Jamal said, I'm bringing.
Damn, Mike froze again. Jamal said, I'm bringing Henny and playing Young Blood, and we're going to move some furniture. Yeah, dude, there's going to be a lot. I'm telling you, man, if we lose badly on Sunday, I don't think I'm even going to get on Twitter. I might stay off Twitter for like 4 days until I don't even know I just hope that doesn't even happen, man. That's exactly, Jamal. That's what it. I mean, that's how the name came about. Let's be honest. So yeah, it's the right word. So, but yeah. So anyway, yeah, man. I just hopefully if we play our asses off and it's a just a tight loss, I think we can all be okay with that because it's a really damn good team. But if we go out there and lose on multiple scores, then it's going to be just a shit storm for Raheem to deal with and like anybody to deal with. It's going to be bad. Anyway, all right, Mike. Now you're unfrozen. Go ahead,
buddy. So I'm gonna start it off with underrated, overrated. Is the first one I'm doing, and I'm gonna say underrated. I had to go. You guys, the listeners and supporters of Out of Your Falcon Mind is underrated.
I love it.
Man, I gotta thank y'all whenever we hit a milestone. The reason why I always gotta come to y'all and say thank you is because y'all just don't tattletale on me personally, and I don't know why, and I absolutely love it. Man, I thought 100 times that I had said something or done something that I'm like, oh, and like retrospect, I'm like, brother, that was a poor taste, or that was too dirty of a joke, or I shouldn't have said that word. and y'all never flagged the video. Not one. Y'all never told on me. I have never been in jail on a platform or anything like that. So I just want to thank y'all, man. Like y'all allowed me the freedom to be myself and to do my thing. And y'all tell on everybody else. Oh, y'all some tattle mother. Oh, y'all will get somebody in trouble, but y'all never got me in trouble. So y'all allowed me and John to have fun and curse and play games and go off the rails. And I know sometimes I take it right on the line because there's some things I talk about, and then sometimes I was even show where I was mad and I got to cursing and I said some things, but y'all always rock with us, and y'all support us. And then no matter what there are some things that we got that's tie-dye, or they could be like the Falcons things, and y'all still buy them anyway. So I absolutely love y'all for buying all the clothing, all the merchandise. It don't matter the platform. I didn't even know what he said. What did John say? Yeah, 13 countries. In 13 countries, they play out of your Falcon mind. Can you believe it, man? I can't believe that they play us here. So if you told me 2 countries, I would have been through the moon. But 13 countries, I can't believe it's somebody in another country that's playing out of your Falcon mind. Shout out to Ski Shepherd.
That's right, man.
He's in Germany. So I just want to say, Young Underrated is y'all, because y'all rock with us through all the ups and downs. Sometimes I'm on the show, sometimes I can't make the show. Just it's a lot of like moving parts to the show, and it is crazy. It go wild. Sometimes it goes short, sometimes it go long, and sometimes we come on a day we supposed to come on, and sometimes that we come on Saturday. But y'all rock with us regardless. So
Tuesday at 3 p.m.
Yeah, man, I absolutely love y'all, and y'all are underrated. So shout out to y'all.
Could not agree more, man. I will second that. Jamal said, "Man, y'all are my fantasy team's name this year." Not sure if I told you. I don't think you did, dude. But that's awesome. I love it. He said, "Best podcast name, hands down." Love it, man. He said, "Underrated for me, understanding before judging." Love that.
I love that, Jamal. Yep.
Love that. And yeah, by the way, y'all in the chat, feel free to throw in underrated, overrated, whatever y'all want, man. We'll
always play the games with us.
Absolutely. All right, for me, dude, overrated. It's people who take coaches' press conferences a little too seriously, or just coaches' press conferences in general. I don't know what you expect any of them to say. Like, do you want Raheem to come like, Kirk, man, he was so shit, man. Like, just ask. I don't know if he's going to be good this week or not. Nobody. Do y'all want him sounding like us?
Yeah, he can't,
because he's not. Nobody's going to. Like, what do you expect? I mean, to get we had Arthur last year. He was very serious and just to the point, no humor, no smiling, just I mean, there's Bill Belichick, who's 2-word answers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, every coach has their own style. It doesn't mean that, and I'm not saying I look, I would love, like, for me, Mike Tomlin is the picture of what a coach should be.
Yep.
Like, the man that, again, not gonna have a losing season again this year. He's always said I mean, he's always winning, the way he carries himself, everything about Mike Tomlin. I love it. But everybody's an individual. Every coach has their own way of doing things. Just because the coach doesn't react or slam a clipboard down or fucking turn over a desk doesn't mean he's not upset. It means he's not going to have man-to-man real conversations with these players. That's going on behind closed doors.
Yep.
It's not. These guys are all competitive. So when I see people say, like, he just don't care, or the owner don't care, of course they fucking care. Like, are you kidding me? Like, that is their job. They've been in their job, and what they've been in for their entire life has been competition. Like, that's what it's all about. They don't. So if they come into a press conference when they're off a quarterback having a bad game or whoever having a bad game, they're going to say, like, yeah, we support the guy. And I've said before, and we've talked about it online, or talking about it on our show, if an individual player has a bad game, that's when you go pick him up. That's when you go, hey, man, it's all good. We got you. Even if you don't believe it.
Yep.
You can go there, and because that's going to mean more to him than you going to him. Hey, man, you suck ass that game, dude.
Yep.
Like, thanks, man, you blew that game for it. You can say it online to your friends. You can tweet about it. But when you add them, it's something different. When you're talking to them, it's something different. Whether they see it, and they may not see it, which is hopefully they don't. Like I said, if I played professional sports, I wouldn't have any social media whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
None. Like, because I wouldn't want to even deal with it. I wouldn't even want the chance to deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
But to me, it's just overrated, dude. Like, I watch the press conferences because I just want to see what Raheem says. Like, if there's any, but there's never, like, he's not going to give you any inside information. He's not going to tell you what they're going to call, what changes are going to be made. He's not going to tell you that he's going to say, man, in a case like this with Kirk, I support the guy. I hope he comes back next week. I feel like he's going to. I'm confident in him, because that's what the player needs to hear too. He needs to hear that from his coach publicly and privately, you know, and that's just it, man. But aside, he could be like in the quarterback room. He could be like, Kirk, you are a man. We love you. And then he could be like, hey, Mike, stay back for a second. And he's like, hey, you need to be ready on something. I'm just kidding. But I mean,
no,
he could be like that. You never know.
But here's why I'm saying I agree. He's still at work, y'all. I know y'all seeing a sport, but he's at work. So he has to be what? At work. Professional. He can't just say everything he feels like. He's at work. So y'all got to have that in your mind. He's still at work.
I don't even go to the comments when I'm watching but I look at some of them. I'm just like, why are y'all so mad? Like, what do you expect? Like, what has any coach ever said in the history of press conferences? It's been like, oh wow, man, that's amazing.
Yeah, it's just I got one. I'm switching the game to in or out. Johnny Yates, are you in or out that Christmas trees have magical powers? Oh, Johnny Yates, this is why I'm saying I'm in. Okay, I got my first Christmas tree, and I don't know what it's done to me, buddy. I feel good every day. I just leave it on, like the lights are on all night. It just, Biscuit just stare at the thing. I mean, he just looking at the thing. I just stare at the thing. It puts you in the spirit. It make you feel good. It make you more giving. It make you work faster when I'm doing work. I got like the music. I have never played carols or like Christmas music. I'm in here with Christmas music going. I'm drinking eggnog, stomach boiling. Like it just, I got your Home Alone on. I didn't do any of that before this year. I always felt like, man, I stay alone. I'm not going to get stockings in a tree, and it's just me. But I went and got everything. I got stockings, I got the tree, but all it started from the tree. The tree had me feeling so good. I went and got candy canes, stockings. I got the music. I got a playlist. I was playing the movies. So the tree got magical powers. Johnny Yates, are you in the Christmas tree just make you feel amazing, buddy?
100% in. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know if it was just me.
No, hell no. It's my favorite time. Yeah. We got one down in the living room. We even have one in our bedroom, just so it's like it's not as decorated, but it's just it's in the window there, so you can see it. We call it a Charlie Brown tree out front, but we decorate that tree out front. It's like a I don't even know what the hell it is, some Japanese something. But yeah, dude, 100%. And does Biscuit mess with the tree at all, or does he leave it alone? He just stares at it.
You just leave it alone. He just stare at it like, what is that? Yeah, he just leave it alone.
He ate a light the other day, so that was cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. I came out there. Amanda was like, she found like it was all plastic. He didn't like swallow it. He just like chewed it up and spit it out. But yeah. So, but it was good though, man. I'm 100% in with that though.
I love it.
Yeah. All right, buddy. In or out. So, what's up, Sour Pickle? Good to see you, buddy.
Sour Pickle, thank you for coming for 200, buddy. We love you,
man.
Sour Pickle, night on the town. I like it, buddy. On a Wednesday.
But we talked about nothing going on much in the Falcons land, so we just had a pretty boring show. So we're it was obviously a whole lot of Kirk Cousins and the team and whatnot. You can go back and check it out. But all right, buddy, in or out. I know I've asked you before about horror movies and stuff like that. You said before you're kind of out. You more watch comedy and stuff like that. Yeah. So it's along the same lines, but there's a reason why I'm asking you. Are you in or out on zombie type flick? Whether it's a show, does zombie flicks do it for you?
Your favorite I would say top 3 in my life is a one called it's called like Dawn of the Dead. Have you seen it?
I have.
That's one of my favorite movies, but that is the only one I've seen. The show, it was a show that everybody loved. What is it? The Walking Dead?
That's what
everybody says. I gotta watch that shit. It's just the most amazing thing, and I have never seen it.
Well, that's hilarious to say that because we literally started watching it last week.
Is it good?
It's fantastic. I've never seen it either.
Everybody said that.
I'm way late to it. Like I was, we didn't watch Parks and Rec until it was done. We didn't
Same
watch
here.
the Creek until it was done. The only thing I've watched like of like massive shows like on time was The
Mhm.
Sopranos and Peaky Blinders. Like that's the only
Okay,
two that
yeah,
I've watched like on like as it
yeah.
goes along. You know what I
I'm
mean?
the same way. I like it be all over with. It be years after, and I find it. But I have never
Yeah,
seen The Walking Dead.
yeah. No, I mean I think we're on season 4. I want to say. Um,
Everybody say it's amazing.
It is. It's. I mean, they did, the character development's great. Like the characters themselves, the actors themselves are
Mhm.
great. It's shot like in Sonoya. It was shot in Sonoya, Georgia, and like
Oh
around.
shit, yeah,
They actually use the town of Woodbury, like it's in there.
yeah.
So it's pretty cool, man. It's just pretty
But
cool.
is the whole thing young zombies or is it like a regular?
No, so like it's like basically zombies. They call them walkers, whatever. It's taken over. They've taken over, but like it's not everybody is. Obviously, like there's a small
Yeah.
groups of people that have not turned or whatever.
Okay.
So yeah, they're having to fight off zombies the entire time, but there's other things going on within the
Going.
groups,
Okay.
and there's
I might gotta watch
other
it.
group,
Yeah.
and there's other groups that kind of like everybody's kind of like fighting for like
Yeah.
survival, and they're having to like they go into towns,
Yeah.
they're trying to find like water, food, stuff like that. So like every person's kind of a threat to the other group, you know what I mean? Like so they're trying to figure out, are they good, or are they bad, are they threatening us, that type of thing. So like yeah, definitely good. Jamal said the English comedy, the movie is hilarious. I have not seen that.
Jamal is speaking about Shaun of the Dead. I said Dawn of the Dead is like the real one.
Oh,
The
I
one
didn't know
he
about
talking about is the spinoff, like spoof of Dawn of the Dead. It's called Shaun of the Dead. It's hilarious.
I have not
It's
seen
just
that.
like making fun of zombie movies. It is a hilarious thing. Yeah.
He said
Jamal
walking's
said
good for folks.
walking is good
Don't
for
tell me
fat.
that, dude.
Bro, and I heard it was a rack of seasons of that.
Yeah, there's 11, I think. So
Yeah.
like, which I kind of dig too, because we got so much more of it to watch.
You seen Lost, John?
I watched like 2
People
seasons
rave
of
about
Lost.
Lost too, and I have never seen it.
I watched 2 seasons. It was good the first couple, and it wasn't enough to keep me interested, so I just kind of fell off.
I love your Ozark, Jamal. I love the Ozark one. I love that.
Did you finish Ozark? I haven't finished it yet.
No, I didn't see like the last season.
Me either.
Let me tell you what I watched, and I'll say it. Okay, I'm not ashamed. Okay, my favorite show on Netflix is Emily in Paris. I'm in love with Lily Collins. That's Phil Collins' daughter. I think she is everything, and I love that show. Like
I watched that show too. That's a good show. I agree. Yeah.
Jamal said, without spoiling anything for Mike, the show is more humans versus humans.
Yeah,
that's what I was wondering. Okay,
it's like they're like a side, like they're there and they're a threat. But like it's really kind of the inner human thing going on, so it makes it better. So like it's definitely cool. Yeah,
Jamal,
this is true.
It makes you think how people will really. I might gotta check that out.
Yeah.
All right, I got one. We're gonna switch the game again. I was wondering, Johnny Yates. I was wondering. There are some things you eat when it's Halloween. There's some things you eat for different, Thanksgiving. What's your Christmas? John put me on all snacks. I didn't even eat snacks before, John. I don't like snacks and foods like that until John say, "Oh yeah, just try this." Then I tried them. Like I'm eating that like daily now. I'm getting 2 of those a day. I'm gonna have like diabetes. But what is your young? So what?
Just keep working out, dude.
Yeah, I'm have to. So I had Fruity Pebble pancakes the other day, and I thought this is the greatest shit I've ever tasted for the holidays. It's my new Christmas thing, but I gotta limit it. But it's my new Christmas thing. It's Fruity Pebble pancakes. John, do you have a Christmas one? Because I know you switch it up for Halloween, for dessert, Thanksgiving. For Christmas, what's your snack for Christmas? What's your go-to? It could be like a bakery item, a snack, or like a candy or something for around the Christmas season, specifically for Christmas.
I mean, one of them definitely that cranberry bliss bar is definitely one of them.
Oh, that cranberry bliss is home run.
Yeah, it's definitely one of them. Trying to think if there's something. There's a.
Is it a pie at the store or anything that you get from
Amanda's mom? And Amanda makes it too. Actually, now like it's a cream cheese like pie, like kind of with the Oreo crust.
Oh, I love Amanda, man. She be making.
Andy's froze again. This connection tonight is complete ass, but it's catching him at hilarious times. Anyway, sorry, but you said Amanda what?
Yeah. No, young, she be making some good shit. The way that sound, that just sounds so good.
Oh, she does, and she's
Yeah.
a I've told her, like, I don't know, her dream is to open a coffee shop, and I
Oh
told her,
man,
like, definitely I'm all about it, like, do it, but
with
you've gotta
bakery
get
items.
bake. You've gotta like, because she's a
Yes,
phenomenal baker, like, just
yes.
you got to put these items in there, it'd be
Oh, she
fantastic.
make this sweet potato. I don't even know the name of it. She made this sweet potato thing, y'all. I almost got it diabetes. I mean, I was trying to get the whole pot from her. You can ask her. I was literally trying to get the whole pot from her. It was amazing.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was. Alright, buddy, so, I was wondering, man, and it's kinda along the
Okay.
same lines. It's funny that you picked food for this one because I am too. I
Okay.
was wondering what's your vice food? Like, if you like, it just gets you in trouble, like, you can't you gotta be careful, you gotta, like
Oh, that's
is there
easy.
it is? Yeah, what is it?
Spaghetti is my
Is it?
favorite. Dog, I love spaghetti. It's my favorite food, but I'm vegan. Like I can't do like meat. My stomach, it don't process foods a lot. So
Mhm.
I gotta eat small things, and it usually gotta be fruit or like vegetables or something. But spaghetti, I don't care about the meat. If it's beef, when they be like, "Sir, do you care if this beef?" I'm like, "Young, you can give me pig on this. I don't care nothing about no animal, young." When it's spaghetti involved, you could put anything. But I've had it. Spaghetti is the wildest food. I'm gonna tell you why. If you put 200 people in the room and you say cook spaghetti, you will have 200 different tastes,
Yeah, it's true.
and that is the most rare thing. It would taste 200 ways. And I've had it with baked. I've had it vegan. I've had it with like sugar in it. I've had it with
Sugar.
cheese on top. Sugar and dog. When I tell you, it will blow your mind. And when they put sugar in the spaghetti, it is the best. That's my favorite spaghettis with the Italian man sausage in it and like the peppers and sugar. It is just absolutely phenomenal. But it's so much pasta and meat and bread because I get the garlic bread too. I'm gonna be sick for 2, 3 days after it, but I have to have spaghetti every once in a while.
What, that's what has that always been like since you were a kid type of thing?
Spaghetti has always been my favorite food. Yes, my
That's
whole life
wild.
since
I
I was
didn't
a
know
child.
that. I know you like
Yep.
spaghetti, I didn't know it's been like that. Now is there like a
Yes.
bad food that just like you're like you love,
That
but you just know you shouldn't eat it?
drugs. Like, but if a food that I no, like I said earlier, like I can't eat if I eat snacks a lot,
Yeah.
it just don't process in my stomach. It just sit in my stomach, and then it go 2, 3 days where my stomach is just building, and I can't process it. So
Uh-huh.
I can't like Skittles is my favorite can. I can't eat Skittles.
Yeah.
Like I gotta have like 2, 3. I can't eat a bag.
Yeah. For me, it's, french fries or potato chips, or the
Oh
combination of the 2. Like, I'm a french fry connoisseur, like, if it's a
yeah,
different type, like, I'm gonna try like, I could
5 guys, buddy.
if it's good chips, I can eat a bag of chips one sitting, no problem. Like, I'll
Goodness,
just keep on going. Oh, I can. I'll
yeah.
just keep on going. Like, I have
Mhm,
it's an issue, it's a problem. So,
mhm,
I don't buy them. I could buy them, like, every now and then, so they just don't
mhm.
stay in the house because I would eat it otherwise.
Oh, hold on, John. So I have to ask you this: top 3 fries. Okay, in order is where?
You talking about, like, fast food or just in general?
In general, if you just want to go, or you.
Man, I mean, fast food wise, like, the Arby's curly fries are pretty straight. As
Oh,
far
John, I love all these Kirby. I've gone out my way to get those.
the Wendy's the new Wendy's fries are
I
pretty
like Wendy's fries.
yeah,
That's a biscuit sandwich.
McDonald's have fallen off for me, like, their
I
fries, like,
don't
they've
eat
fallen
McDonald's.
off. Yeah, I can't
Yeah,
do it. I mean, Chick-fil-A is so consistent with their waffle fries, so just
waffle fries.
you
Yeah,
can't not I mean, they're good. You just can't not they're really good. Um, tell you
Five
what I
Guys,
used
Johnny Yates.
Five Guys is yeah, dude, when you
Yeah.
get that sack and it's just,
Oh,
covered in grease, you know it's gonna be
yeah.
good. Um
Yep.
It is just so bad. They
Yeah.
just dump a ton of it in there,
Yep.
like, you get like, it's like a 4-pound bag of freaking fries.
Yep.
But what I used to get all the time, 'cause there used to be an Outback not far from us, like, back in the
Mhm.
day. I can't do it now, and it's
Okay.
terrible for you, but they're loaded, bacon and cheese fries with the
Okay.
ranch.
I
Oh
never
my
had it.
god, dude.
It's good.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Like, ridiculous, and it's so bad for you, like,
Yeah,
so
it is.
bad, but it's so good.
Man, I
I'm
like
like,
sweet
now
potato fries.
yeah, that's Liam's favorite. He loves
Sweet
sweet potato
potato
fries.
fries are
That's his
really good.
favorite for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's for sure.
Jamal said, I got a random question. What's your favorite my favorite vacation I've ever taken. I love Vero Beach. That's where I will live in a minute. I love Vero Beach, Florida is my favorite place to go in the world. They got blue water. It ain't even just the beach. It's a blue see-through water in Florida. I think that's amazing.
Got a couple of different reasons too. Like, so I've got family in Cayman Islands, so we used to vacation in Cayman quite a bit, and
Yeah.
it's
Is that
expensive.
blue water?
Oh, it's clear and
Yeah,
blue.
that's
It's
clear blue
amazing.
water too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
white sand, dude. It's amazing.
Uh,
It's unfortunately it's the most expensive island in the Caribbean, so
okay.
it's
Yeah.
tough to like. It's the if you, I mean once you're there, I mean like getting in a place to stay is expensive as shit now. Like and
Mhm,
everything costs a lot of money there.
mhm.
But it's man, so it's so much fun. There's a lot to do there. So that's probably one of the family. Well, I mean, when we went to Cooperstown for Liam, man, that was fun. Even
Yeah.
though it
Mm,
like it was just middle of freaking New York. I mean, like upstate New
mhm.
York, but just for different reasons. You know, like we were there with other good friends of ours with you know his friends' parents, and we just had a hell of a time. Um, yeah, that's a good call. I've been on 2 cruises, Jamal. We went one. Man and I went one on for our honeymoon, and then we went one like a couple of years later. We did the Eastern Caribbean and we did the Western Caribbean, and we had a blast on both of them, man. Like I know some people get sick and stuff like that, and
Yeah. You didn't get
dude, all
sick?
the no, and all the dude food. Oh my god, you can eat all damn
Yeah.
day,
Yeah.
anytime you
Yeah.
want. It's man, I mean, just eat all
Gotta
day.
go,
They
Jamal.
I had a blast though. I had a really good time.
I ain't never took no cruise. You gotta go, Jamal, and you gotta go on a Falcon. How about a man out of your Falcon Mind cruise? Jamal said trying to save Japan. I would love to go to Japan because
I
my
bet.
friends want to go later next year. You gotta tell me how that one. I heard of some fine girls in Japan. He said heard some good things about cruises for single adults. See,
Hey,
he
I have
thinking like
no
I'm
doubt.
thinking.
Hey,
Me and you was
there's
thinking right around those lines.
hey, yeah, look, there's plenty of dancing in clubs and stuff like that going on during
Yeah,
on the cruise
on the
too. And you're on
cruise.
the boat for like 10 days,
Yeah,
you know, go out there. Yeah,
you
exactly.
gotta.
Yeah.
He gotta go on that because I want to see pictures. All right, John, I got
Dude,
last
we
one.
should pull this off one day, man. That would be amazing.
He said, out of your Falcon Mind cruise will go have all type of games, have everything be a theme. Every day is a theme,
We
and it
gotta
get crazy and crazy until we. How about the 10 stages? And for 10 days, it's the 10 stages, and the 10th day is just out of your Falcon Mind. The craziest day, we dropping like foam, and it's like lasers. It's Skittles dropping from the ceiling. Come on, man. I'm trying to find a cruise with no kids. Yeah, you
there are
want
ones
the
that are specifically not specifically, but there's some that are like more aimed at
Yeah,
adults
I
for sure.
think dog, it is. But you gotta find. You don't want to
Yeah.
go on a hedonism, and it's like the Disney one. You don't want to mix those up.
No,
You want to make sure you on the right boat
you
with
don't
all
wanna
them
end up
toys
in
in
jail,
your
no.
duffel bag. Yeah. So he said, I want to go on a cruise, cussing the TV. Can you get cable on the cruise? Can you
I mean, you
see?
can watch. I mean, you probably yeah, I'm sure you can. Yeah. I
Oh
guess.
shit! I
You can
can watch
stream
the
anywhere.
game on a
Yeah.
boat. Come on,
Stream
man.
anywhere, man. Let's go. All right,
Yeah,
buddy.
I
Last
love
one.
that. All right, John. The last one I got is all I want for Christmas. Okay, it's only 2 things I want for Christmas. I tried to get one. I had 2 things that I said I gotta pick one for the show, but I couldn't pick between these two. So I'm gonna just tell you both of them. One of them is I want you guys to do me a favor, okay? Wherever you are subscribed to us at, I need you to do me. Just hear me a voice, okay? Do me a favor. Go subscribe to YouTube. Okay, it's a few more seconds, just a few more seconds, because YouTube give us a big bag of money. Okay, the
No,
other
they don't.
site,
It's a very
no, they
small
don't,
bag of money.
but they will give us a big bag of
They
money,
could. It's
right?
possible.
If y'all go over there, all right. But if y'all want, he said, all I want for Christmas is stop acting.
Kirk. So Kirk like you need bifocals. Yeah, that's better. Hilarious.
Yeah. So it's to go subscribe to our YouTube channel. Y'all go subscribe to our YouTube because it will help us a lot tremendously if you went and subscribed. So all I want for Christmas, if y'all like Out of Your Falcon Mind and you're not subscribed to YouTube, take your ass over there and subscribe to YouTube because it helps us the most. I appreciate the TikToks. We appreciate Twitter. I don't even know if we exist on my Instagram. It's so small. I don't even count Instagram. But YouTube is the culprit. Okay, we need y'all to go over. It will help us out tremendously more. I am crushing it on TikTok. John is crushing it on Twitter, but we need to be crushing it on YouTube. All right. So if y'all can follow us on YouTube, that's all I want for Christmas. But I did want one more thing. Okay, I gotta say this. Yeah, man, I love Summer Rae. I'm in love with this lady. I look at this lady all day, every day. I think she's the most beautiful woman who ever lived. And I don't care. You go to BC, you can't find me nobody look like Summer Rae. I just think she is awesome. And she like 30 now. You know, they say it's a wall. I don't think there's no wall for that lady. I just saw her. She looks amazing. And not only is she like she the way she looked, she's an amazing person. The way she handled that, the way she carry herself, the class she has along with the ass she has. I gotta throw that in there. But the way she handles herself, and she's a great person. She's a great human being. She do a lot of charity work. She is not a nasty model. Like when you see those girls online with doing all that for attention, she don't do none of that. I just love the lady. So if I could have two things for Christmas, y'all go to YouTube and Santa drops some under my tree. I just need 24 hours with her. I just want to talk to her. That's all I do. I just want to have a conversation with her. That's all I need. But I love Summer Rae with all my heart. So two things. Y'all subscribe to YouTube. Santa drop me Summer Rae. John Yates, what have you say? What you want for Christmas, buddy?
Well, you texted me earlier. You said the one thing, so I'm gonna go with one thing, and
Okay.
it's slightly boring, but it makes a lot of sense. So
Okay.
we're getting a new puppy. We're gonna have Kane's gonna have his cousin coming to live with us here in about 2 weeks, right?
Okay.
And Amanda's gonna go up there and grab him,
Mm-hmm.
and we think 99% sure his name's gonna be Pax, Pax.
Okay. That's awesome.
So
I like
I think we're 99% sure it's gonna be
that.
Pax. So my one thing I need for Christmas is for Pax to sleep his ass through the night because we're gonna have Kane sleeping next to him. Like they have their little cages, like whatever you call it, bins like next to each other. That's where
Mhm.
Kane sleeps at night. So I need Kane to show Pax how it's done and sleep
Yeah.
with the entire night, so I don't have to get my ass up 75 times a night to take him out to go pee.
Mhm.
Um, and because I love my sleep, and that's basically like having a pup's essentially just like having a little kid again. So yeah,
When you getting them, John, on Christmas Day?
no, it'll be before. I think she's going up on the 19th or 20th,
So
so
like
it'll
the
be
week
before.
before.
Yeah,
So that's next.
yeah, it's like
Yeah,
2 weeks away
it's like
basically.
next month. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Oh, that's pretty
yeah,
cool, bud. So
yeah.
John,
So
I did have a question for you though that I forgot to ask you. How long can your dog stay outside if it's cold outside? You think? Like when it's cold, how it is now, if you wanted to walk the dog or piss him, or you had to use the bathroom, how long you think he could stay outside with it still being safe? Because I didn't know that, and I don't want to. I got a small dog, man. I don't want to hurt him.
I wouldn't. I mean, if it's freezing, like below freezing, I wouldn't take him out there very long, like 20 minutes,
Yeah.
something like that. Bring him back in, and you could
Okay.
probably find like little sweaters for him and stuff like that too.
Yeah, like some.
But
Okay. Yeah.
because
I just don't be thinking this. I be thinking because I got on everything, so I'm not
yeah,
that cold. But I be
yeah,
thinking he's naked,
right, yeah,
so he might be freezing while I'm feeling, and
yeah,
I don't know how to feel. I don't want him to get hurt or get frostbite because I'm
yeah,
warm.
yeah.
I didn't
Yeah,
know.
no, not too long. Yeah, but yeah, he should be
Okay.
fine. Um,
All right.
Jamal, so what's the podcast? So basically, buddy, every Wednesday, 7:30, unless you know, something comes up. We're trying to do next week. We're going to be on, as far as I know, Smitty and Berto. We're doing a show with Smitty and Berto next week on Wednesday,
Mm-hmm.
which we haven't done a show with them in a while, so it'll be cool. And then Mark Cheney, y'all, we've had Mark on a few times.
Mark.
He's wanting to do a show, so we're going to do a show with him. Maybe next week too. It's just for sure our show though will be Wednesdays around
Mm-hmm.
7:30. Should be. It's all right, Joel. I mean, yeah,
All
we're
right,
here.
Jamal, and we might have something coming for you next year that's totally out of your Falcon mind. That's totally left field from this. That you also might enjoy.
Exactly.
Yeah. He said, Jamal said Angelina Jolie, but my question is Tomb Raider. I still knock her down. I love Tomb Raider. I love that whole thing she was
Yeah.
wearing.
Yeah, it's
Another pup.
another
Yep,
puppy,
he
man.
getting
Yeah,
two.
that's it. We're maxing out at 2, no more. That's it.
Yep.
So this breed is crazy. So we can't do more than 2 knuckleheads in the house. But all right, buddy. Well, that's probably 205. That's probably maybe one of our longest shows. Hey,
Yep.
one time a week though, so we knew that could
Yep.
happen. We could go longer.
And it was 200. So before we go, I just want to say I love you guys and thank you guys for always supporting out of your Falcon mind. Me and my brother John. I always say that y'all have to be good people if you like me and John, because we so different that I think it's kind of cool that you like John and you support what he do, and you like me and you support what I do, and you like and support the stuff that we do together. I love y'all for that. I want to thank y'all for that. 200 has been a short time, but it is a very long time, and we wouldn't still be here if it wasn't for y'all. So thank you again. I absolutely love you, and I mean that genuinely. I don't just say that. I mean it genuinely. I absolutely love y'all who come to support us. It's sometimes where me and John had a show, and the chat be full. So I absolutely love y'all. Thank you, man.
Absolutely.
Jamal, we love you, buddy. Thank you, man.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, we appreciate you big time. Yeah, and that's 100% true. I mean, like the most unintended consequences come out of this show is people like Jamal, people like Steven,
Mm-hmm.
people like
Mm-hmm.
Wade, you
Mm-hmm.
know, and just on and on. The folks that we never would have met otherwise. That's just
Mm-hmm.
made this super cool to do and fun.
Mm-hmm.
To, like the community that we've created from it. The other creators that we've met that have been
Mm-hmm.
very gracious to have us on their show, or they come on our show, help us grow. Like we've all like it's awesome, man. It's great. It's like we had no idea that was going to be part of it when we started. We just want to talk about football and see where it went. So the fact that it's a 200, yeah, the only reason we would have kept going is that we were still, we were still getting support. So we appreciate that. Like I said, whether it's here, whether it's on Twitter, wherever it is, we much appreciate it. If y'all are listening to us, all that stuff, it all matters. So if you are listening to us somewhere, drop us a 5-star review. If you're watching this, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, so we can keep growing on every platform that we're on. If, like I said, if you listen to us on Twitter, love it. Just like Mike said, pop over to YouTube, hit that subscribe, whatever. It all helps us out regardless. So
Look, today I just want to say this. I was playing earlier, but I am serious. If y'all want to help us out today, it's 200. If y'all like the show and you've been here for 100 or 200, however, do us a favor today as a small Christmas gift. Go drop a 5-star review. Take time out to do that shit for us, please. Or the man YouTube thing. It would really help us if you did one or the other. You could drop us a 5-star review and you could just type a sentence. Hey, I like the show, or you could subscribe to YouTube. I really do ask of y'all that you do that for 200. I don't ask y'all for nothing, but for 200, I think that we've earned it and we deserve it. So if you want to help us out at all, I just urge you to take time out today to help you for us. Please just take that time out for a minute or two to go subscribe to something or go drop us the 5-star review, because it will help us keep growing and it ensure that we still here and we reaching new people. Jamal said, how do we review on YouTube? Now here's when I know I jumped it out there, but here's when I dialed it back and I hand it to John. You see, here's when I beat John it. When you ask me something technical, I throw it to John.
Yeah, there's not really a way to review on YouTube. It's the fact that I know of is the best thing you do on YouTube is like it and then just comment on the video after the fact. So after this video is posted, after we're done with the show, you can comment like, "Hey, great show." You can comment, "Hey, in fact, y'all go ahead and drop a score prediction on the comments of the show." And if somebody gets it right, we'll send you the first person gets it right. We'll send you a T-shirt. Yeah, so the comments, the algorithm changes, man, with YouTube. So sometimes, like I said, we were getting pushed really hard for a while, and then we're not getting pushed at all. And it's like we're not doing anything different. So it's weird. It's just I don't understand. But I know likes matter, comments matter, all that stuff. So if YouTube sees the videos have a lot of likes, they see it has a lot of comments, then the algorithm goes, okay, that video is getting traction. People like it, they watch it. All right, so let's push it out to the more people. It starts growing, and then that's just how that works. So the more subscribers we get, the more all that stuff, it just kind of starts it rolling. That's how it keeps going. Now on Spotify and iTunes, but I know for a fact those two you can just click on 5 stars. iTunes, you can write out something. If you want to write out something, we'll read it on the show too. So all that stuff helps. So yeah, either way, man. But y'all
can you repost it, or you can share it, or you can even just, if you got a platform, hey, it's the show, I like y'all, so can y'all check it out? Just whatever you got to do. I'm just asking, since it's 200, I feel like I can ask for something small. I don't want to piss me. I just want to ask for something small, and that's, can y'all help us out and give a 5-star review or go subscribe on YouTube? It'll take a few, but I think that me and John have earned it. So I'm just asking you guys to do us that small favor. I love you guys, and I know y'all will get that done for me. Merry Christmas. I love y'all.
In the spirit of Christmas. That's right, damn it.
Yeah,
and look, thank you all so much. I mean, y'all hung around with us for 2 hours tonight. So for y'all to watch and come in the chat, we appreciate y'all. Can't say it enough. And we will be back next Wednesday, 7:30 again. I think 7:30. We'll verify, but again, Smitty Berto, the whole Smitty, the 95 North Sports Machine, maybe Chris, maybe Bro Talk. Yeah, maybe I don't know who's all going to be there, but it'll be a hell of a good show. Hopefully, we're talking about a win going into next week. Talking about another win. So that'd be great. So again, thank y'all so much for hanging out with us tonight. And we will catch y'all next week. Mike, take us out, brother.
Santa dropped me summer rain for 200. Out of your fucking mind. Peace.